concussed again or suffered another head
Hey
trauma.
guys,
Not
welcome
good
back
enough.
to
I'd expect that to
another
be a significant fine.
live
And I
stream.
agree with that in terms
Should
of
be
you've
a
got others on the bench that have
scary
seen
one,
vision or
really.
looking at vision. So you've got to work
Richmond
as a collective
are
here. We
currently
can't just put it
battling the
straight on the
Hawks as
doctors or
well.
trainers that are out there, and they may have
But
missed it, and that's
this
fine. But there's
game's just
others
going to be
within the environment. There's a lot of people on the bench.
the
There's a few
most
upstairs as well. Need to
nerve-wracking
pick
game
this sort of
ever.
stuff up for the health of the player. You couldn't miss
Yeah,
it.
how's it going?
You couldn't.
Good
I
to
mean, it was the biggest
obvious.
incident.
Good to
I
see
mean,
you
everyone saw
here,
it at the
footy
ground. We
fan.
played
It's a
on our coverage
pretty rigged
almost
fixture
immediately.
though,
So
because
to miss that
obviously we do
is
not
really
like
disappointing.
It's pretty confronting when he's stumbling as he
playing
was.
over at the
Ralphie, just
SCG,
finally from
especially
you,
with
what
this
other
laid
injury
out that
updates
we
do you
have.
from us?
Well,
We have Jordan De Goey's laid out.
playing their
Huge
first final. He clearly wants him back at his best. And why? Well, he's considering putting him on a plane for 4
flexor,
hours
it
over to
says,
play
replacing the
against
side by
Jeddah
Bianco.
next week. Even though, of
Subs,
course,
Callum
the
Brown and
expectation was that he
Campbell.
would probably miss the rest of the home and away season.
We've
Now, of
won
course,
11
we're
in a
battling this
row.
hamstring injury, but as long
Do
as
we
said,
get
look,
up here
we're going back
today?
this week. You know, so there is a real chance that he might be able to play.
De Goey's
Rory Lobb
he
will
was
play in that
huge
game
last
after
week,
being
so this
subbed
is
out with
going to
a
be
shoulder issue. Of course, every club seems to
bad
make a mockery
one.
of the sub rule
Probably
right now. And as I let you go, John Segler will be available off concussion. So, of course, with Reece
That's
Stanley
very, very
out for a
good.
week with a groin issue, Segler will be his replacement
Richmond
there. And then the
absolutely
Cats think that
smashing.
Stanley will be available for finals.
They're
Thank you,
getting
Ralphie.
some
Our
form
attention
in.
is firmly on the SCG right now because this is a huge game as the Collingwood Football Club run out. There were some concerns midweek
It
about
is
a few
not
pies
at the
being sick. We
MCG.
thought
Have
the
not
pies were going to
happened.
be unchanged until news
I
broke
know.
this afternoon. Jordan
This will be
De Goey
7-7.
is a late out.
Right.
Trent
Good
Pietro
for you
is in.
then.
Kingy, give me a case for how Collingwood
Come on,
beat
boys.
Sydney. What will you be looking for?
Well, I think this is a pretty simple game to analyse. I think their ability to... John, you like the banner there? Oh, that's a nice little whack, isn't it? They don't forget that, guys. They don't forget. But I think their counterpunch is what is separating them from the competition at the moment. Their ability to swarm back with numbers and then explode.
Minor premiership is the
this
only thing
counterpunch
we're
off
using
halfback
this
is the
season.
game today. Sydney are a great pressure team. We'll get to them in a minute. But when Collingwood can do this and play that leapfrog style, forward handball, overlap run, and look at De Goey just explode there. That's what you're going to miss today. That finishing of this man and just the knowledge of when to run, when to hold. So
hopefully
I think they pose a
can
real threat to Sydney today on counterpunch.
the
The kicking skills and where they're at the moment, the confidence to hit that one back in the middle, go wide for a couple, come back through, and then their mids and high forwards. That's that position corridor to then have the effectiveness of making it quick through the corridor.
Of course, for Collingwood, we will come on.
So much happening at the SCG
come out straight
today.
after this
So much
game.
to celebrate the club today, recognising 40 years in Sydney. It's also Isaac Heaney's 150th game, as we see on the banner. Plus, Josh Kennedy to do a lap of honour at halftime after announcing his retirement this week.
Oh no, this is going to be a tough one.
The Sydney Swans, as you say, health is always your best friend at this time of year, Kingy, and they're running out in search for 6 straight wins, so they are primed for finals football.
We've got a good team, Sydney.
John and I were talking in the pre-match. This is what they're doing the best, and this is not talent-based at all. It's just forward half pressure. They put this game to bed in 15 minutes against Adelaide Crows a couple of weeks ago. 22 forward, 50 tackles. So this against Collingwood trying to come out at speed. You've got the Swans putting this enormous pressure on, the number one pressuring team in the competition over the last 2 months.
I think we're winning this one.
This is hard to stop. This is hard to take off Sydney because they just bring this and everyone gets involved. It's Franklin, it's Heaney, it's Papley, it's the ace, king, queen of their forward line. So I'm really excited to see what they can bring, Jono. And that's the game for me. Can Collingwood link up and get through that pressure?
Absolute full buy-in. When you see Buddy there, that game against Adelaide, doing it live, he had 5 in 10 minutes and set the tone in terms of that tackle pressure inside forward 50. But I think it's the mids compressing with speed as well. So you've got the forwards doing it, but if the opposition get that one handball, the mids have come in with speed to lay that next layer of pressure, which locks it in, gives them stoppages if required, or they win the ball out the back and then have an effective shot at goal.
God, they look lethal when they're applying pressure like that. Is that almost the key, is to try to shut this game down as early as possible against Collingwood? Do not give them a sniff.
Yeah, because this is how Sydney defend. So they reference off their direct opponent. So they'll guard the dangerous space. So if you can create an overlap, just one extra player, you can play Chinese checkers all the way down the ground against Sydney.
It's going to be so hard to beat them, though.
Actually makes them poor or weak in one area, but their forward pressure's been so good they haven't been exposed regularly.
Defensively, it's all striking distance on your direct opponent. So if the kick is rushed out, you've got that ability to spoil or intercept.
Oh, it is a massive game at a sold-out SCG. Let's get the odds now, thanks to Sportsbet.
It's not often you see a side that's won 11 in a row being above $3 in a head-to-head game. I can't believe it. No respect to the Magpies again. So big win, little win. Expect it to be close. All Collingwood games are close. So too Sydney. So 1-39, whatever way you like it. Now, Nick Dacos, buy beware. I think Ryan Clark's goes to him, tags him, did a job on Dale, did a job on Sinclair. So I'm stepping around Nick Dacos. Papley was being fantastic. Going into the midfield has helped his goal scoring, has Tom Papley and Reid. I think he gets a mismatch this week. He's been building nice, Sam Reid, to expect him to kick some goals as well. Speaking of goals, Collingwood, there's value everywhere. So too, you've got Jamie Elliott, you've got Brody Myercheck, and Johnson just does not miss. But my same game multi is pretty simple. I'm looking at Sydney, I'm looking at Papley to kick 2, I'm looking at Reid to kick 3. It's a pretty big prize. Good luck if you are punting in this one, and gamble responsibly.
You know the score. Stay in control, gamble responsibly.
This is Buddy Franklin! This is the greatest showman!
Swans by 5. Swans by 4. That's literally my tip. Swans by 4. Has anyone been to Time Zone?
Introducing
No idea what that is.
helping fans who've experienced their own footy-related clanger. Submit your clanger and you could win great prizes, including tickets to the 2022 Toyota AFL Grand Final. Who supports the supporters? Amy does.
Pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy Z series from Telstra and get more than you think for less than you expect. Enjoy up to $849 of bonus value, including a storage upgrade and a new Samsung Galaxy Watch 5.
Quarter Pounder Deluxe. And a Macca's Glass. Free. With any medium or large Quarter Pounder range meal.
This is going to be a nerve-wracking game. It is an arcade centre. I'm going to assume.
You helped us get there.
Now,
Our
I have no
ambition
idea.
is to be Australia's most sustainable supermarket. We will be 100% powered by renewable
Hope you like the new
electricity by June 2025.
background as well. I changed. Well, I didn't really change the locations. I just moved the camera angle the other way round.
And zero emissions for generations
Also has the
to come.
Pies Hall of Fame here.
The perfect Father's Day would definitely include waking up to a gift card, getting to spend it
How's
at
everyone's
Bunnings.
day been? Yeah, it's been pretty good, mate.
And then it would also include watching
Been
the
pretty
footy
good.
and hanging
Hopefully
out with us.
gets better here with the Collingwood win, locking a top 4 spot, hopefully.
Makita 18-volt hammer drill kit, $249. Marquee folding camp chair, just $10.98.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Well, I mean, yesterday wasn't too good. I tipped Gold
The more and
Coast to
more I
beat
see of
Geelong.
the Pies, the more and more I think that they are in contention to win it this year.
Collingwood win by 4. Collingwood crowd
Yeah, but
crazy. It's been a winter classic at the MCG. Collingwood win. They're inside the top 8.
They overcome the bravest of Gold Coast Suns in a win that might yet define their season. Another Collingwood thriller. If you only watch one team this year, make it Collingwood. An 8th consecutive win, and there could be more glory ahead. There's the siren. Arms in the air. They have gone through. Jamie Elliott has won the game of footy for his famous club. Collingwood again. Again in a close one. The Pies got it done. 10 in a row.
Can you believe it? Collingwood are going to win again. It'll be 11 in a row, 15 for the year. And how unlikely it has been. Look at the excitement. Collingwood have got home.
we're so sad for Colton fans. My God. Colton, if you guys didn't know, Colton are my third favourite team. That was so sad to watch. I was actually really pissed off about
In
that.
the top 4, they'll be second with a round to play if they beat the Sydney Swans at the SCG today. What has surprised you two most about their success in
Happy
year 1
for
under
Melbourne
Craven Gray?
fans.
We knew they had a talented list, but to do what
They
they've
don't
done,
deserve it
not
though. Like,
Oh, it's been
they deserve
outstanding.
all this
It really has.
glory.
it's amazing, isn't it, when you've got someone that builds an attacking flair to the way you want to play your football. And
Tom
the
Lynch is
buy-in
pretty
that you
good.
will get
If he didn't get
from
injured at the
playing
start
group.
of
I
the
know
year, he probably would
defensively,
have won the
they've been
Coleman.
set up over a period of time. But then to allow the shackles to come off in the freedom
He's leading
to,
it for
to
a bit.
move
Till he
in
got
a really
injured.
effective way forward has set them up in such a huge way. It's kept them in the game more often, and they've played a forward half game
Thought the
on the
Blues
back
had
of
it
it because
home,
of
but
their
the
young
D's
talent in
come
there.
out
It's
of
been
nowhere.
exciting. It's been great to watch.
Kath, they gave
Well,
this
yeah,
man the
but
job because he
looks
was a
like they're the
development
ones
coach.
that
They
need
were
more
rebuilding.
practice with the close
They sit
wins.
second on the AFL table. Well, it is amazing what they've done this year. I know they've won a lot of close games, but it just can't be luck. It can't just be luck. There has to be system. There has to be buy-in. They play with an energy that
Isaac
most
Haynes'
teams can't match.
150th
Their
game.
ability to swarm and outnumber is done on heart and effort. It's not talent related. Big test today, though.
You
This
feel
is
it
going
has
to
to
be a
be
hard
capitalised
one.
this year. Can you talk about the fact that, if you've got something rolling, make it
We
count
do
in the
normally
year
play
that it rolls.
decently at the
Next year it becomes a
SCG,
lot more
but
difficult for this young side who, as you said, work
it's
through
just going to be a
development.
really,
But a top
really,
six draw
really
next
tough
year
one.
is on the card.
I
So
thought the Blues
therefore,
had
the
home, but
challenges
the
have
D's
reset
came.
once again.
Who cares
So,
about next year?
more and
No matter
more
where they
times
are
I
now,
read
it's
it,
all
it
no,
just
it is very
gets
good.
sadder and sadder.
Make it
But
count right now.
we saw, yes,
I
exactly. We
thought
saw
the
last
Blues
week
had it
before
home.
the big test against Melbourne.
They
They succeeded there.
Simple.
Sydney
Oh my
Swans
God.
victory.
So
That man
sad
there,
for
Connie
Colton.
Franklin, on their home deck is a
The
whole new
AFL will
challenge,
go
isn't it?
crazy when
Well,
Tom
it
Lynch
is, but I
kicks
think for the
10
Swans,
goals.
it's similar in a way that these young guys
If he
in the
kicks 10
Swans
goals.
lineup, these players that are
Where's
under
he on?
23
Like,
years of age, they're the
I
ones
think
that are
Hawthorn
really
had
setting up
that bad
the Sydney
defenders.
Swans and their growth and going forward. So the future for the Swans is absolutely huge when you look at McDonald, Keith Ford, Campbell, into the side as it's up today. Gordon's an absolute superstar. All of a sudden,
Parker and
we talk
Pendles.
about, Craig McRae and where they're at development-wise.
Right, we're
I think
going that
even
way.
with Sydney, John Long might be sitting there
We're
going,
going
well,
left
hang on
of
a
the
second. We've got some guys
SCG.
here that we didn't expect to play as well
Over
this year as they
first
have.
quarter.
Talk about Richmond and Noel Cumberland before, and where do Richmond keep finding them? Where does Sydney keep finding them? Errol Goulding's last month has been spectacular.
Unbelievable. And his use of the ball and the confidence with it is huge. He's the one who sets out wide. They always go to him
Yeah, but
wide,
Chad
and he's the
Warner,
one who
though.
cuts the ball
Chad
back
Warner's
in
the
a
one
blatant
for me.
range
I
through the
reckon he's
corridor.
better than
They
Errol
all set
Goulding.
up off Goulden. And it's huge for a young player to be given that role.
Chad Warner's
to be
going
able
to
to
win
set
a
them up
Brownlow
with their ball
in a couple
movement.
of
Speaking
years'
of young
time.
players, Nick Dacos, you've been calling for someone to tag him for weeks now. So who they send a Ryan Clark to him today?
Well, don't get beaten by what you know is the
He's
old
getting
coaching
tagged. He's out of
mantra.
it.
And this guy, he's top 7 in the comp front contested possessions. So if you allow him to run and create, he will. I think he's the real energy driver for this team. Hasn't yet been tagged. Ryan Clark today will get that job. He's done the job on Aaron Hall, Brodie Smith, Bailey Dale, and Sinclair from the Saints. So he will be a negating role for sure. John Longmire is not going to allow Collingwood the luxuries that others have.
Interesting one there with Brayden Maynard starting in the centre bounce by the looks of things from a Pies
Well,
point of view.
yeah, but DeGoey's out.
If
So
you're just tuning into late
that's
news,
probably
Jordan
right.
DeGoey
The
is
Swans have a
out,
good record.
unfortunately, so Trent
The
Bianco has come
SCG
in, and that's going
and
to be a
losing to
matchup
the
to watch
Lions
today.
and
Buddy
Suns.
Franklin
Well,
and more.
that
Here we
makes
go.
me feel very,
The
very
most
confident.
anticipated game of the round, live from the SCG.
Yeah, not even Geelong could beat him here. Come on, Cameron.
Here we go at the SCG.
Come on,
Side
Sidey.
bottom immediately,
Get it,
working
Maynard.
out of the middle.
Josh
Dacos
Dacos.
to
Cameron.
around the corner.
Against his
Blakey this
former
time.
team. Side bottom. Lipinski.
Here they go.
Maynard.
to the
Sockers off the
defender.
deck.
Throwing kick towards goal already.
It's a
And they'll
behind.
rush the behind.
Rushed
Fast and
over. Paddy
furious out
McCartan
of the
in a
middle
bit of a
for the
panic mode, but
Pies. We can see Ryan Clark
very
is
good
going to
defender.
Nick Dacos at the centre bounce. He's going to try and make his
Yep.
day really tough
We
as a
knew it.
defensive
Knew
forward.
it.
Lloyd's going to kick in for the Sydney Swans. What a sight.
Oh, shit. I feel
The
nervous
SCG
already.
to see the
Lloyd
stands packed for this
kicks it out in the
huge
full.
contest. That's not a great kick.
So not a good start by the Swans.
Bianco will have the free. Late inclusion for Collingwood with no Jordan DeGoey.
Bianco's going to make a huge impact today.
Short lead from
Our only
Ginnivan.
change is
That's
him in for
ignored. He's
DeGoey
going
from
longer
last
than
week's
that.
side
Johnson
against
and
the
Meyer checker
Deans.
there. Cameron came late
Cox,
against to the back.
who's at the back?
Happy to see
No
it
one.
over the boundary line. First trip to the SCG for Collingwood since that famous win over Melbourne in Nathan Buckley's last match. And what an occasion that was.
Absolutely. Collingwood forward
Ball
50.
in. Cameron.
Hickey.
Side bottom was held.
Blakey.
No free.
Quentin Gordon. Side bottom
Ball
bounces. Hoskin Elliott, an important player for Collingwood today.
Good to see Australia actually get up for this one. Cameron taps it twice. Mills. Parker's been so good in recent weeks, Parker.
Franklin gets a hand on it.
Oh, look at Buddy.
Now to a little
Look
bit
at
of
that
space.
kick
No
as
one
well.
really there.
Kicks
Moore's
it
got
to
a sprint back
space.
and he's
Who's there?
got Howardley
More.
right, and plenty of time to mop this up now. And the Pies
Kick down
go
the
back.
line, a
Easily
fly.
over the top by Blakey.
What a
Unrealistic. Bounce
fly
fell
by
to Hoskin
Blakey.
Elliott.
We
He
take the
goes inside
advantage.
50, exploring
Who's
once
there?
again.
No one.
Johnson making some
Elliott,
ground. Sydney
Fox,
get there first, and
and the
Fox
bounce.
happy to concede to the boundary.
You just got to look at Collingwood there in that entry forward from Buddy Franklin. There,
Look at that by Blakey. Tried to take one of the marks of, well, not only the year, but probably of his career. That's just an insane fly. Warner. Moore. Reed, who's going to have an impact today, you'd think.
It's a dangerous runner,
Heaney. Quainer's got him. No, he fends him off. Trying to get it to Buddy, just missed him. More.
Collingwood. Away they'll come through crisp.
Got it out of the wing. Good
Johnson
mark
presenting
too.
up the
Oh
wing.
no, Johnson's dropped an absolute sitter. He nearly actually marked it.
Pass chopped off by Blakey. He does look good. He's got all the forward attributes, Johnson.
Oh dear.
Parker just says to his team, let's settle a little. A little bit more control required. One-on-one with Buddy. Did well. On an
More.
occasion, Murphy.
Heaney in his 150th match.
Plenty of Collingwood jumpers
Howe.
around.
Murphy smothered by the bar out of bounds.
Really good entry there to pick out Franklin one-on-one because Collingwood are getting the spares back. So if you can get long and high, so a teammate's going to come over and air assist.
You've got to get our spares back today.
It's valuable. And then Buddy getting over and laying a smother. Good forward play.
Beg your pardon. Sorry
Hickey and
about that.
Cameron in ruck.
It is pretty tight at the moment to agree. Pendlebury.
Front wobbly kick out of defence. Elliott back with the
Oh,
front
nice
touch.
work, Elliott. It's a good mark.
Elliott looks inboard.
Quainer.
Both teams are
This
happy
is
to
the
have
sad
one back at the moment. So
moment of
Darcy
2020
Wilson,
where
the deepest
he got
defender
whacked
for
in the head by
Collingwood.
Sam
Been
Wicks'
sitting back
boots.
for
That's
Sydney.
when that new
Flex
rule
to
came in.
Quainer. Down the
Quainer's
line.
long
Johnson
ball.
at
Oh,
the back.
Johnson!
He is gonna
Nearly
take
had
a
it.
big one day. He has got a good leap.
Him and Shane McAdam and Bobby Hill, they're going to take one of the
He
marks
has got an
of the
incredible
year
leap.
soon. Look at that. Flew.
In business here now with Reed. Got a really
We go,
difficult
Quainer.
bounce. Quainer
Look
to
at
the
him
middle.
with his
Side
new
bottom there to
hairdo.
get rid of it.
Side bottom.
Charge down.
Papley
Picked up by
gets
Papley.
through a couple.
Threaded the needle to
Oh,
Rowbottom.
that's so clever by Rowbottom.
Once again, the black and white jumpers back.
Dropped an absolute sitter there, Bianco.
The outball here from
Murphy.
Howe.
Howe. We just had the spares. And now we got some more spares. Lipinski. Ginnivan. Have a shot. His shot is just a high, long bomb. Right, check. Johnson. Behind. So it could be 2 rush behinds, I think. Johnson making a late charge.
Goes back, takes his 30 seconds and takes a bit of pressure out of the game.
Behind. Okay.
Goulden. That left foot slicing to Parker. Tempting to Warner. Now an opportunity with
Warner goes.
The
Getting
outside run
Josh.
here is impressive.
Couldn't get any pressure there, buddy. Moore, where's the ball? There it is. Get it, Lipinski.
Holding up Lipinski. Parker's got him in the tackle. Umpire
Shit
lets
is
play
poor.
go
Chad
on.
Warner.
Gets a bit of a look. A little
Jeez,
clumsy
kick
on the
wasn't
left foot. Moore and Heaney.
wasn't
Heaney trying to get
effective.
it at the ground
Haney.
level.
Hayward's going to kick the first.
He's a goal kicker for Sydney. And
He's
misses.
missed.
They are pressing and prepared to go end to end, these two.
He had Rowbottom at the top of the square to handball it if he wanted to. It would have been an easy goal. I chose the snap.
We're almost 6 minutes in. Haven't had a goal yet, but everything points to plenty of them. The way these two teams are taking it on.
Cameron,
up front,
good
trying to
mark.
work his way into
Grundy out for the
position.
season. He's going to be huge.
Checks down the wing, one-on-one with Tom
Jay
McCart.
Dunstan's kicked 2 goals in this quarter. He's been good for them.
Cameron
Cameron
goes in that
sets it
direction.
up.
Up goes Myercheck, but from behind.
Paddy McCartan.
Pull it in. And Stanley takes the mark, and that is
Knew that was going to happen.
McCartan of the other variety. Paddy McCartan. Comes to the middle. Nothing on there. Short one to Florent. Right in front of the Collingwood bench here, Florent.
Florent.
Down the line with a little bit of safety.
Not bad. Reid's got it. Oh, Sam Reid. He's a good player. The kick's perfect. And Heaney in his 150th. Has a chance to get the first goal of the game. And it's hard when you play a good team away. It's the second time this season with Brisbane as well. Haven't played Geelong down at GMBA. And of course Melbourne and Carlton are down there. We did actually beat Freo in the West. So we're 1-1 for our interstate teams against the top teams. I don't know how he missed that, by the way. That's just shocking. Darcy Moore with the kick in. There's Josh Kennedy doing a little bit of coaching. Announced his retirement during the week. Jeremy Howe. Gee, that's a good kick. And Darcy Cameron is the only one who wanted that one. So we're happy just to play around with it. The Swans are doing some quite good work of defending the corridor. That's a terrible kick in the corridor, and Hayward's got it. Big turnover. And Buddy, he's got it. Can he score? He sets it up to Heaney. He won't miss that one. So he will kick the first in his 150th game.
Celebrating as Heaney slots it this time on his left foot for the opening goal.
That's not a good start.
Isaac Heaney with his 43rd goal of the season. Franklin, you could see he had that option to maybe go the banana, the check side, but he could see Heaney all on his own. Isaac Heaney scores the opening goal here. Took us 8 minutes to get one. It's been an explosive, exciting start between two quality teams. Here's the turnover from Pendlebury. You can see Will Hayward intercept Mark, and the Swans are able to just
wasn't unselfishly, mate. Buddy wouldn't have kicked that from there, no way. That would have been on his left foot as well.
He had a lot of time and space to just square this up to Isaac Heaney for the opening goal. Thanks, Jude.
It was on his left foot, so he wouldn't have kicked that, mate.
Inside 50s.
Cox. Maynard, side bottom. We win the second centre clearance of the game. Stoppages, McQuarrie, Bianco, side bottom. Might chuck Nick Dacos up forward if he can't get a touch at all. McQuarrie sets it up. And Myercheck, Hickey, Carmichael nearly at him. Noble, McQuarrie. Got to keep this forward half pressure up. Maynard, Clark, row bottom. Noble got him. Dang it. They got out of it. Golden, Clark. That's just a very, very good team. You can tell because they got out of that tackle. In recent weeks, no other player or team can get out of those tackles. They did very, very well there, Sydney. This is going to be a tough one.
They set themselves deep in the Swans attacking 50th.
Cox.
Ball up that Mason Cox to really reach down.
Carmichael whacks it on the boot. Cameron, Dacos. Oh no.
Wanders up from defence, unloads long, and sets the
That's just sad. That's the saddest fucking thing
Don't
ever.
they love it when the defenders get involved? Don't their eyes light up when they see they've got an opportunity to go whack from outside.
It's all right, boys. You just need to defend a bit better.
Opening 2 goals of the game.
I think it's Maynard. He's got to get back in defence. They're just a bit scared. Sydney have got so much good young kids that can win the ball out of the middle. In recent weeks we've been playing young mids in there. We're just a little bit scared today, and not a very good start. Dan Rampy, if he kicks a goal, then you know you're starting poorly. That's just sad.
See the excitement when a defender gets the opportunity to line them up. Yep, second goal, 12-point lead. Sydney in this game will be playing for finals for the 22nd time in the past 27 years. They are there. They will play in those finals. It's an amazing record
Cox.
from the red and the white. The Bloods, as they're affectionately known, in the middle. Collingwood.
Jacos, that's three stoppage clearances.
Of the tumble without McCreary and Cameron are there. So
No. Fox is going to get the free.
Sure the umpire sees it.
I don't think that one was there, to be honest. I think he faked it.
On the spot.
Yeah, there's a bit of a hold, but I reckon he faked his hands up there, Fox.
So Fox.
He's found himself
Plays on, steals a little
playing
bit of
in this
territory.
defence
Howe
on a
in
normal
front,
basis
reeled
now,
in.
Fox.
He and
Cox,
Heaney battle for it on the
Crisp.
ground. Howe now got it.
Where
We
is
need
it?
to get rid of
Crisp
He's
still
taken it
hasn't.
inside.
But what?
Brilliant sunshine on the far wing in front of this incredible
Hickey.
Sunday afternoon crowd at the SCG.
Pendlebury.
Pendlebury. Little bouncer, Lloyd. As safe as ever. So Lloyd takes his time to assess the options. His best option is a wide one. Canary infield. Play on. Fox. Worked it nicely again. Parker wants to keep it moving.
Parker,
Into the pocket.
get a hand on it.
Donald.
Oh, he's
Late
dropped
spoil
it.
from Murphy.
So
Tapley
lucky.
getting dangerous, went low. Noble onto him.
I feel like
Wrapped him up.
we're getting a little bit left.
See Papley perhaps just trying to draw that high contact, but
We're getting a
Noble with
couple
very textbook
let
tackle.
offs here in
Yeah,
a
well
row now.
applied by Brett Rose. We didn't fall for any of the theatrics associated with that.
Sydney getting some really good looks forward. Their tools are
Showing them
actually
good out of
coming
the
at the
game.
ball. And unfortunately, they've dropped a couple of their
Forwards,
marks, but
man.
they're giving
Bit of a
first
blow.
access, Collingwood, to the Sydney tall forwards.
Moore and Franklin, what a battle that's going to
Sydney's
be.
tools are dominating
Talk
so
about
far.
athleticism.
Not on the scoreboard, but like in terms of
Parker
marks.
bursting through. Henny
And
front on.
getting one-on-one
Clark just got rid
contests.
of it in the nick of time.
Crisp
Crisp
just whacks it out of
charging
there.
through.
Bit
Sydney
of a
have got
nothing
them
kick,
hemmed in
really.
there.
Paddy McCartan.
Little one back to
Florence.
Just
Paddy
to gain
McCartan
the
again, and they
composure.
go all the way back,
Short
Sydney.
Rampy.
They're happy to do
Rampy's
this.
going to change direction now, and there's another McCartan. They're everywhere,
McCartan.
and they're good. Now it's Stevens.
Stevens.
Into the corridor.
Oh,
Dangerous one.
risky
Played
kick.
it and punched
Got to
away.
capitalise
Played
here.
it.
It's come
Spills
back to Stevens, though. Unlucky bounce.
He will be a relief
And
there.
the Swans
He
are
spots
safe.
up. Rampy inside defensive 50.
Maybe.
Short to Mills.
Mills.
Now the switch of play to the
Gee,
open
that's a
side
good
of the
kick.
ground.
That's an insane kick.
Florent with time.
Oh, no.
Might go
Florent.
1-2 with Fox. Fox is not
Fox.
going the two. He's going the right foot drop punt out wide. McInerney.
This is a packed
He spies
SCG.
Papley
Full
on the
house.
wing. So really good control here from Sydney. Good tempo. Going fast
Papley.
when they need and slow like this when they feel the necessity.
Oh,
The kick
stuff
to Mills
up.
will be gobbled
It's
up
in the
here by
middle.
Ginnivan.
Ginnivan. Look at him go. Oh, look at this. It's a two on the boundary. Who wins? Oh, McCreary slips over. He gets it to Myercheck. Now it's a 2-on-3. Doesn't matter. Goal, Myercheck. Collingwood have their first. It may have been touched. He doesn't look certain. But I think it's a goal. It wasn't pretty. It is. They've given it a goal. That may have been touched.
As he slid the running talk forward and set everyone a task.
But gee,
Myercheck
we're lucky
will be a
there.
little sore there as well.
Nearly made a meal of that
Fast
one.
play. That's what we're going to see a lot of here today. Both these sides love to go.
It
when they
doesn't
get
look
the
like it was
opportunity.
touched,
That's
actually, so
great
that's
for you
good.
sitting home watching.
Because to me, it looked like it was touched. So
Ginnivan
Ginnivan
saw that
just
ball was going to be
goes
turned
with a
over. Got on it.
floating torp.
Not sure why he went on the barrel. 'Cause he had
McCreary
Myercheck
slipped
straight
over.
in the goal. It's an easy kick
Look
over
at
the
that.
top, and he
Might
would
check.
have made easy goal of that. They still got the goal in the end, but Myercheck may have copped a
Tell
big penalty in
McCartan.
that contest at the top
He
of the
didn't
goal
look
square.
certain, McCartan.
Yeah, I reckon he
So
has.
it was a
Sore.
goal.
A little sore. 98th game for Brody Myercheck. He's due to play his 100th game in the first week of the finals. He kicked one goal previous to that. 4 games against the Swans.
Collingwood, throw the ball up.
And that was Jack Ginnivan. He just came running onto the wing just then, so that was against Jack Ginnivan.
Palms it down. Produces the body. Papley punches it forward.
Side bottom here is Ginnivan. Back to Noble.
Highs come out. Scrubby
Good
balls
start
in the hands
in
of
terms of stoppages for us.
little bit of
That's going to be a free kick off the ball.
Johnson will have the free kick for the Pies.
What can he do here, Johnson?
So a couple of good early minutes. Collingwood, Sydney had its turn. Now Collingwood's turn, BT. So Johnson, sun of the eyes.
Just got to set things up, Bash.
Comes to the pocket. That's the
Not a
reach
bad
that
one,
goes.
Elliot.
rises. Blakey went a little
I reckon we'll
higher,
take that
did
out of
well.
bounds.
Lloyd to the boundary. Collingwood just need to get a bit of control at ground level, just around the marks. When they lose,
Oh, yeah, marks 23-8. Sydney dominating. Taking uncontested marks, trying to control the game, trying to slow down our tempo. Because literally everyone, I know, like all the confident Sydney passionate fans and Geelong passionate fans that I speak to at my school, they get so scared of Collingwood because of our ability to go through the corridor and our speed. But the Swans look like they've done their homework. They've started well.
50-metre kick away, so
And we just didn't take our chances against Geelong. We should have won.
Stevens told to go.
Stephens sets it up. Oh, buddy. Oh, they've given a block. And it's going to us. I didn't see it. I have to have a look at that one. I don't know if it was against Buddy or not. But free kick factors going our way so far. 3-1. We'll take that. Johnson couldn't mark. Carmichael got fended off by Stevens. He started well, Stevens. Warner. That was pretty easy in the end for Jeremy Howe. Good defender he is. Always tough on the road. But Jeremy Howe always delivers on the road. Good kick too. Johnson was the only one who wanted that. That's happened a couple times today down the line. Not a very good kick out of bounds.
Jamie Elliott, even more important in the absence of DeGoey today. The forward
Hopefully DeGoey will get up for the big clash against the Blues. Ball in. Reed takes it out of the ruck. Oh, and look at that. A shimmy around Cox. Buddy was touched. Heaney flicks it off. Stevens. Parker. Oh, Mills. Florent Noble. Nearly at him. Papley. No, don't argue. Shrugs one. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Tom Papley, that's insane. That's one of the goals of the season.
And the Papa. No one gets more excited than himself. And that doesn't look great for Maynard.
Oh, no. What's he done? He's getting injured every single week, Maynard. I swear to God. Sub is Cal Bruner, who has not played at senior level for a long time.
Get on their bikes and they've got to string back to goal hard because Murphy was free behind the play, but Logan McDonald evens up the numbers, and Papler, who was up on the wing, comes back to equalise numbers, and as he does, as all small forwards do, quality small forwards, he finishes on his opposite foot, pumping up the crowd. A great work rate by Papley.
7 minutes left, just got to compose ourselves. It hasn't been a very good start to this game. Cox. Oh, row bottom, straight out of the middle. Reed.
Just a bit of a watch on Braden Maynard, as you mentioned, BT, that right shoulder. He's just nursing it a little bit. Would not imagine he'd be the kind of player to voluntarily come from the field, Braden Maynard. He is a tough cookie.
Ball in.
Thrown back
Got to be
in.
careful here, Collingwood.
He hand to it. Then he ran into
Cox.
Locked it in again.
Maynard. Side bottom, get it out of there, Chris. Oh, no. Get it, Lipinski. Go, Sidey.
That shoulder for the moment, worried about defending as Collingwood's doing it grimly here.
Maynard
cracks it again.
Ball up.
Nailed by Rowbottom, and the umpire will split them all up and toss it in the air. So Nick Dacos hasn't touched the ball yet with 5 minutes to go, learning how to work through the tag.
You've got to go forward, Nick.
Brian Clark has got that match up, BT.
Thanks, Jude.
Ball in. Chris. Yeah, he's on Papley at the moment, Nick. Ginnivan. Don't know who that was. Whacked it up. I think it may have been Lipinski. Sets it up. Johnson. Keeps it in beautifully. And then walks out.
Sydney wearing the black armbands today. Condolences to Jim Mayne and Jan Courtney, great historians of Sydney, written books, many of them. Jim Mayne, one of the most prolific football journalists, sports journalists in Australia. Fantastic
57-point game, man.
Love the Swans. Here's Robot
James. Ginnivan. Stevens. Step for a couple. He's been very, very good early, Stevens. Lloyd.
Goes wide and finds
Mills.
James Rowbottom got his sister Charlie Rowbottom here today from Gold Coast AFLW side, the #1 pick last year. Watching, I think, for the first time live. Won't be long and we'll be watching them, BT, as the women get underway in less than 2 weeks with every club involved. Goulden. Cluttered forward line.
Oh, come on, stuff it up, Golden.
It's a contested mark.
He's
Cox
such a good
and
kick of the footy.
Cox almost
Cox.
pulled it in.
Maynard. Logan McDonald. Ryan Clark, the tagger.
He's nullifying and he's scoring, and that's why he's celebrating. Doing the job
Come
on
to the
Dacos and doing the job
Swans.
for Sydney, but we'll wait confirmation on that.
Review
Hit the
underway.
post. It did not hit the
Has
post.
it hit the post, Sean Burgoyne, with your eagle eye? Well, Collingwood aren't setting up.
Oh, I can't tell by that. Did that Snicko?
Ooh,
I can't
The
tell
edge.
The edge.
I
Is
can't
there a
tell.
murmur?
Review complete. Looking at these angles, the ball appears to deviate as it passes the post, and there is a spike on edge. Decision on the scoreboard.
Wow, that's
Unfortunate for Clark. That was
very
a really big
fortunate.
moment for him. He's doing a superb job on Nick Dacos, who has not had a possession.
Well done.
Now he's taking the kick in and he stepped over the line, so it's an easy one.
Thank
step.
God.
Easiest position you'll ever get. There you go.
That's right.
Yes, Nick Dacos has got his first touch of the afternoon. Let's go. This is a very good game, man.
Out the back door.
Stevens again.
Stevens.
This kid's been
Sydney yet
insane.
another opportunity. Fast falling ball.
Reid,
Through the
Howe,
traffic. Howe
Crisp.
has to go. Wrapped up in a very, very nice Goulden tackle.
Again, they just let Reid run
Go
and
to
jump. They're
Castagna.
giving the Sydney forwards first access to these high balls in. Need to get some body on them.
Richmond.
Yeah, he's looking very dangerous as a result of what you say. Here he is again.
Haney.
Tahini got a little left foot on it. I don't think it'll be touched by Murphy.
Hit the
And it's that
post.
damn post again. The same one, Al.
We've been very, very lucky. We've missed a couple now, the Swans.
If this persists.
Couple of posters, couple of
Dacos'
points.
second possession, his second
Heaps
kick.
of let-offs for
Whatever it
us.
takes to get him in
Oscar
the
Elliott
game.
flew.
Player of
Lipinski.
immense quality.
Noble, we've got 4.5 minutes. We don't want any more goals.
Dacos got another touch. Lipinski again to the wing. Myercheck had it knocked away by Tom McCarthy.
Good work.
Sydney have been really well structured behind the footy, getting the repeat entries. It's now 13 inside 50s to 8 in this first quarter, but both McCartans have been set up really well down the line.
I don't see how we're winning this
Hickey
one.
and Cameron. Advantage Hickey.
Cameron, low bottom. Pendlebury, side bottom.
Against Hickey.
Free kicker to go against Tom Hickey. Pendlebury will take it.
So Scott Pendlebury just going to slide this down the
Gonna
line.
launch it.
Myercheck the intended
It's
target.
not a bad
Come
kick.
over the top of Cameron
Cameron,
with a bit of bold
Josh
Dacos,
Dacos,
front and
the
centre, was back
dangerous
with
Josh
us.
Dacos. We know what he did
Up.
against Sydney in
Just make it
2020
deviate to
when
the
Sydney were
boundary.
absolutely shite. They were garbage. Now they're not. They're the
First played
opposite
at the
of
SCG
garbage.
way back in 1903. It was a match against Fitzroy.
Here we go, Darcy Cameron. Taken out of that one.
Collingwood now.
Advantage, Josh Dacos. Let's go straight
That's a
through.
name that oozes great. Josh Dacos goal.
As soon as he got the ball, I knew he was going to be a goal. And it was. Muchly needed before quarter time. Back to 8
This is
minutes.
just shaping up. You can see it developing. We're in for an absolute belter. Packed house at the SCG, sun out, And two high-quality teams on show.
Just trying to sort it out. Sidey and Pendle's telling Josh, Nick, and Lipinski what to do. That's smart midfield group there.
Josh Dacos sets up perfectly at the back of this, holds his width as a wingman, sneaks in behind Penderbury. Easy goal as that. Opposition wingman has to be a bit more accountable to him around 60 metres out, because if you leave him that much room, he'll kick the goal. But great positioning by a wingman, holding his width and getting the easy uncontested handball.
One thing that all Dacoses do is they kick it extremely well, balanced and sharp.
Jim Morris Rolly's had a good game.
Nick Dacos, Cameron with the soccer. Goes again, a little dangerous. And the Carpenters committed to win the footy.
Free kick to the Swans.
Mills now. Doesn't try and bite off too much to Rowbottom. Rowbottom back inside. Papley the flyer. Out the back is Murphy. Crisp now Moore. Good combination Carmichael. Rowbottom wouldn't let go. Reed, lovely handball play.
Come on, defend it, boys.
The kick was well smothered by Clark, who just does all of those team-oriented things so well. He's had to fight for his opportunity, broke into the side in round 15 and has held his spot. Hickey down, Sidebottom had to go through his hands, spills out to Rowbottom. Cameron, a good smother.
Nick Dacos trying to break that tag now. He's gone forward. He's picked up by Jake Lloyd. Just trying to change his
Nick
position up
Dacos.
to break that tag.
Going forward. Won us the game against Adelaide when he went up forward. That's a good call.
Chad Warner.
He's going to Chatty.
Here is Dacos to start
Nick
to get a little
Dacos
involved. Wobbly kick
gets
towards
the ball
Mason
forward.
Cox.
Cox slaps it down. Ginnivan can't get to work. Elliott can if he wants. He does want to. He spins. He turns. The kick's good. And Johnson has been paid the mark. Very, very lucky. It's that or front on contact. One against two. That was insane by Johnson.
I think he paid the mark. I think I heard him say mark.
He said this guy's got a great leap, BT. He just showed it there. Blakey's better off coming off and getting some body on him, not allowing him to use his strength, which is his leap. And then the ball comes to ground and you've got a +1 on the ground level.
Tigers will make the 8 now. Well,
He's only had 28
yeah,
kicks in his
but
AFL
Carlton
career.
aren't so certain.
It's quite a ratio to get the Pies back within 2.
Ah, he's missed it. It's hit the belly of the ball and he's missed. Badly.
Sensing that it slipped from the hands the way he's holding them there. Just lost contact with the footy on the drop of the ball.
We need a little bit of magic from this man, Lipinski, and this man, Jack Crisp. We'd love to get some magic from both of these boys, but obviously both not playing today. One retired at the end of the 2020 season. The other
deep defender for Collingwood, helping out
is out for the season and could be on the
So
move.
he's had a real good start to this game. 8 possessions, 1 goal, 2. Been a real fight starter, hasn't he? He's got him going.
Neutral territory here on the wing. Cox and Hickey.
Here we go.
Hickey goes front.
Cox.
Parker.
Pendlebury.
Lloyd. Goulden takes them on. Ducked under
Goulden.
one.
Jeez, a good play, Goulden.
Hickey.
Hickey.
They start to build the Swans.
Not a bad one, well done. Good effort. Very nice. Nathan Murphy.
With a serious ankle injury. His way into the side, got a contract extension, a couple more years. He's really
Right on, Cox out.
To lead in that scenario,
Come on, go. We'd love another.
with the reach.
They don't deserve to having a 7-point lead. Sydney probably should be 4 goals. No, they probably should be. They probably should be 6 goals. One, we should probably do 3 goals.
Beautiful kick.
3 goals, 2.
Forward they come through Mills. High kick. Papley back. Edges out Maynard.
Maynard.
Wouldn't be deceived,
Bunny.
but Franklin was there doing the roving and the finishing.
Can't let that happen.
He's a sensation, Lance Franklin. How treated they
Is
have
that
been
it?
in
Is it
Sydney
full
to have a
time?
player like that.
It is.
The marquee man.
Tom Lynch ain't straight.
How many moments did one man deliver?
That's pretty good.
what a read this was from the great Buddy Franklin. 461st goal for Sydney, just one away from joining Plugger on 462 for goals for the Swans. Amazing. He's the man they all come to
Well,
see.
he'd probably
And
be
they
third
rise
overall, maybe fourth.
whenever he acts.
Maybe. I reckon
So
we'll have
exciting,
a
BT.
person in
Now the
first
last half minute
because he's
here
never spent
in the
his whole
quarter.
career at the
It's been a
Swans.
good one for Sydney.
Oh, fuck.
You mentioned before, BT, that
Straight out of the
Max are
middle,
taking
Reed,
both shots.
Mark.
So any ball
Reed's
that
having a
comes in,
shot.
having first access to the Sydney forwards, and Reed's had about 5 opportunities.
This to make it 19
I think
points.
3 marks, but they're giving him first access.
They are, and he's not letting them down. He's looking extremely dangerous. Sam Reed. And 177
Please
for
miss it,
him.
mate.
Siren almost to sound.
Oh, he's missed a lot. Ha! Oh, loser, you stink, you suck. Imagine, oh my god, you're so bad.
Great start though. They kicked the first 2 of the quarter, Sydney. They lead by 13 at quarter time. 4-4-28. Collingwood 2-3-15.
Look, I think we'd take that, to be honest.
25 years of hybrid electric and fuel cell innovation.
Yeah.
It's in our nature to strive for a cleaner tomorrow. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Quarter pounder with bacon and a Macca's glass. Free with any medium or large quarter pounder range meal.
Pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy Z series from Telstra and get more than you think for less than you expect. Enjoy up to $849 of bonus value, including a storage upgrade and a new Samsung Galaxy Watch 5.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at you. No blemishes. Oh, fine. Look at it.
Dad, I want to call. Sorry, I'm back.
Bye, everybody. Looking good, Mr. Fox.
Looking and sounding your best no matter what? That's Intel Evo. If you want to run stronger,
Jump higher.
move faster.
Hit harder. And kick further tomorrow. You need INC today.
INC Sports Nutrition is banned, substance tested.
And Informed Sports certified.
INC Sports Nutrition.
Powering tomorrow, today.
Uber One members get $0 delivery fees.
$0 delivery cheese.
$0 delivery CDs.
$0 delivery called Loogie nominees?
Get unlimited $0 delivery fees on Uber Eats with Uber One.
That makes sense.
The perfect Father's Day would definitely include waking up to a gift card, getting to spend it at Bunnings with the lowest prices, and then it would also include watching the footy and hanging out with us.
Super Tool 105-piece toolkit, only $39.95. Makita 18-volt hammer drill kit, $249. Marquee folding camp jet, just $10.98.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Yeah, this is it. Call Sarah.
Sarah? Hiya! That'll be your home run approval.
That's fast.
We're not going to let this one get away.
With a fast NAB home loan approval, our experts are here to help. NAB, more than money.
I'm a big stepping bag, getting from the gutter. Tell me nothing. Try my sister or my mother. It's a dub and I'ma run it like a marathon. Bet that I get there in time. Think you moving, but you stationary like a Peloton.
She's got it!
Is that it? Back up. Pretty girl, still hard body like a Mack truck. If they wanna hate, let them hate. They ain't gon' make nothing. Shit, I'ma be chillin' till they turn the thermostat up. Okay, I got that whole crew with me getting thrashing. You can leave that back in like reversing. I ain't asking. I didn't turn my nothings into something like a magic. Unapologetic, baby, that must be tragic.
This is going to be a big second quarter. Hopefully we can, do a bit better.
It's quarter time at a sold-out SCG, we have a great game on our hands. It's the Swans leading Collingwood by 13 points. Heaney, Papley, Buddy and Rampy all on the board for Sydney. David King, Brad Johnson. We highlighted pre-game the Swans' pressure in their front half. Well, it's been on full display in that opening term.
It certainly has been. And look, you look
The
at the Swans
Swans
over
and
the
the
last
Pies
5
are
weeks of
normally,
their
even
wins,
at the
their first quarter
SCG
have
since
been
2015,
unbelievable in
Swans
that
for
period of time. And
Pies
it's
too.
based on the back of
That's
pressure
been
that
pretty
you were talking
even.
about before, King Ian. And they've only failed once in the first quarter, and that was against Fremantle away, where they kicked 1 goal, 1. Other than that, their scores have been just outstanding. Look at that against the Bulldogs, 7-8-50, 9-3-57 against the Crows, 6-2, 4-5, 4-4 today, with Reid having a shot after the siren out of bounds on the full. Could have easily been 5-4. So they're putting themselves into position early because of pressure to score
Not
and the opposition have
good.
to chase.
It looked like it was going to get even more ugly at the time. But the Pies, they just were able to do just enough to get back a little bit of momentum.
It feels and looks like a Swans game right now. I mean, the ability to put pressure on in that forward half, Collingwood trying to come out at speed, trying to wave run, if you like. As soon as they get that formation right, Jono, pressure coming from everywhere. 195 it is at the moment. If they can maintain that, Sydney, they'll win this game and win it well, because that's the challenge. 3 goals, 1 of their 4 have come from turnover.
Oh,
Collingwood
no.
have kicked 1 goal out of their back half. So that is their game. Shore behind the ball and go at speed. We haven't seen it yet.
Can they keep up that pressure?
Well, they've shown they can. They've shown they can.
Yep.
But even when they played the Adelaide Crows, where it was a huge first quarter, 230 plus with pressure, Adelaide came back and nearly actually pinched the game. So it can fluctuate throughout the game, no doubt.
Nick Dacos, we highlighted this pre-game as well. Is someone going to go to him? And, well, they've kind of tag-teamed him in Ryan Clark and also Cal Mills.
Yeah, when he goes in the middle, it's Mills. And when he's playing the way he wants to play at halfback, they're saying, no, we're not going to allow you to get your 18 uncontested possessions today. He's had 4 disposals. A couple of those have come from kickouts. Yep. Smart way to play. Don't know if you need a couple of touches, but no, I think the way that the Swans are controlling ball movement, they've taken 35 marks for the quarter.
Here we go, second quarter from the SCG.
There we go, ball in. Pendlebury.
Crisp, bit of an up
Crisp.
and under.
Elliot, Nick Dacos. You can't tag me, he says. Man, it's a shocking kick, and bloody Mills bumped him. Bloody idiot he is.
Parker goes towards Hickey. Maynard coming late.
Hickey.
Effect to spoil. Hickey stood his ground. Took a strong mark in the
Stuff
end.
it up, mate.
Franklin is
Get
the
a fist
target.
on it.
Reid over the back, gets it to
Pendles.
ground level. Mills roves. He's
Get him,
caught.
Pendles.
Got him. How
Ball.
long he goes? Too long.
Well done, Pendles. Try and hold on to the footy a bit this quarter, hopefully.
6 times All-Australian.
Just has to go all down the line, though.
Trophy winner. It's kicked to half forward easy.
Shocking. Paddy McCartan.
And
Free kick going to go to Nick Blakey.
Contest, so either way, a Sydney ball on the half-back flank.
Sets it up. Pendlebury. Parker. Warner, get him. Oh, there's no one there. Hayward. Come on, Quainer. Get McInerney. Papley. He should have gone to him. Missed it.
And Buddy, I don't think would be very polite in saying so.
Nick Dacos.
So Dacos, who had a very quiet opening, but is just working his way into the game. It's up to 6 disposals. Had a few kick-ins. Noble.
Takes his full measure.
Cameron's
Sets it
gotta
up
set
long.
himself. 3 Swans all
Johnson.
in the air, perhaps over
Ginnivan.
Ginnivan almost threw it out to Cameron.
Weird
towards
little kick
Crisp
by
at half
Cameron.
forward.
May actually
Here's
work
Cameron
for
in the Johnson
Johnson.
direction.
Get it out of bounds, mate.
He is harassed towards
Nearly
the boundary
did.
by
Crisp.
Lloyd, and Mills goes in.
Tipples Mills.
The umpire will ball it
Ball
up.
up.
Ginnivan just got that crumb. He's got the unusual matchup of Paddy McCartan, so he's got to get on his bike and engage McCartan. Otherwise, McCartan's going to look to intercept mark the ball every time it comes inside 50.
I think for me, Sean, I've rarely seen Collingwood go corridor, which has been their whole thing this year, to be brave.
Ball up.
They haven't even looked inside with the ball, have they? It's
Hickey.
all been skinny side.
Here is Elliott.
Elliot. Free kick.
Trying to hold off Lloyd and the ball well and truly great tackle. Hickey goes wide. Mills. Josh Dacos. Pendlebury. McCreary. Got down a little lower. On that occasion did Parker, and ball just ricocheting around.
And just on that movement, today are the conditions when you can go in the middles. No breeze, you can hit your kicks nice, you can play
Jack
on.
Ginnivan's going full forward.
Look to go there.
A clean takeaway again from this stoppage. Pendlebury has 2 for company, Fox and Rowbottom.
Why do you think that is, Sean? Is it just they're uncertain about it? Is it the way Sydney are playing?
Hickey,
I reckon probably be more the way
Chris,
Sydney are playing. They'll probably recognise it
Hayward,
might be a strength of Sydney's, and they're willing to
Lloyd,
go around them.
Swans
Paddy
taking possession.
McCartan,
Ginnivan's pressure.
touched.
Got a touch on that kick from Paddy McCartan. McInerney clears it towards the
Quiner
middle. Wins it back
did
for
pretty
Collingwood.
well.
Through
Through the middle. Kick. Elliott. Free kick. Mills.
Paddy McCartan.
McCartan.
Kick to the wing. Collingwood have got the numerical advantage, but Reid did what he needed to. Clark at the full.
Hickey.
Off to Hickey. Off to Franklin.
Buddy. Dropped it. Warner.
And now he goes towards the teeth of goal.
Hayward in the
Creates
square.
the opportunity for Hayward, who kicks them every
That's
week.
20 points.
Sydney jumps out to a
Oh
20-point
dear.
lead at the start of this second
This isn't
quarter.
looking
The
good.
Swans look on.
This doesn't
They're
look
on
like
at the
it's going to be a
right time
good
of the
review
season.
at all.
We know what
Could be
Collingwood's
our
capable
first
of.
loss in
We've seen it
ages.
week after week. When challenged, they can find a way. When it gets tight, they can finish. But Sydney laying it down for the moment.
Top of the screen, Hayward's holding his.
I know, mate. Cerdic, it doesn't look good at the moment, doesn't it?
Chad Warner breaks a tackle. That's the importance of sticking your tackles. Collingwood make that tackle,
Not
they
doing
don't
too
get a
good.
shot on goal. But Hayward holds his width. Brownie gets the easy one over the top. And Chad Warner taking on the tackle, busting through, gets that goal for Sydney.
So the Collingwood
Oh, we
forwards
pull
are
that
the ones
ball up.
that have really got to get going here. These guys, Hoskin Elliott and Ginnivan and Myercheck, they are
In we
getting a
go.
bit of a bath at the moment from the Sydney defenders. There's
Josh
Dacos
Dacos
screaming out of the middle to give them
wins
yet
the
another
clearance. We've
opportunity.
been pretty
McCreary,
bad today. Paddy McCartan dropped it. McCreary got to capitalise here. That will never happen again in the game. Ginnivan caught.
This tackle, the handball was not quite in front. Had to go back looking for it.
Swans' defence is too good.
Lloyd is in an aggressive
Their defence was
mood
absolutely
today.
shocking last week against North.
Ginnivan
Their
shot it
defence
out.
is dominating
Josh
today.
Dacos,
Josh Dacos
bouncing ball.
around the
Elliott
body.
comes at it. Bounces
Elliott.
over. He said it's a hard surface.
Oh,
Not
come on,
back in the
surely,
direction of
Jamie.
Elliott. He's got a few to
Hickey.
contend with. Hickey
Warner,
follows it
stuff
up.
it up, mate.
Clearing kick
We'll
from
be out of
Warner.
the four if we lose this.
Franklin rises. How the spoil. Collingwood needing to find a bit of a response here.
Really hard now that we've won 11 games in a row. A loss right before the finals is just really going to hurt us.
One already. Will Hayward's now kicked goals in 9 consecutive matches.
Pauline, Cameron,
Tap down. Lloyd
Ginnivan,
couldn't take it.
spoke
Tries
about
to
it.
take
Craig
Cameron.
McRae never fails
All
us.
over the place, and the umpire
He says about
made him dizzy. Holding the ball.
us never giving up and our will to win. Well, at the moment, Sydney's will is just a bit better. They're a real premiership threat. Look out, Geelong. If you have Sydney and Sydney,
Did he get good leaderage
look
with
out.
that? And
Good mark by
Maynard.
Maynard.
Contested in the end now.
Even
They
at the
rip it
G
to go
though,
up the
they
middle
get
here.
Melbourne
Hoskin
though.
Elliott, he's got Crispin over the
One's
top.
Cohen
He
really
needs to
good
go
as well.
wider to an open Myercheck.
Good mark,
A rare
Myercheck.
time that Collingwood have gone forward and been able to keep moving it. Now Myercheck opens up the whole
Sets it
field,
up.
so they've got to have a win
Ginnivan.
here, Collingwood, or Sydney are
He got on the
away,
ground,
and
which is a
they are
kick.
just that. It's going to come
But
out
now
to
the
Bunny.
ground defenders
He
are
is 1 on
dominating.
2. Murphy wins
Well
to
done,
Maynard.
Murphy.
Collingwood needs to be calm. There's that
Maynard,
kick
there's
into
the
the
corridor
middle.
kick.
Rolled the dice
Where
and
has that
plays
been
off
all
Chris to
game?
Hoskin Elliott.
Crisp.
He kicks
That's a
towards
bit better.
Myercheck.
We open up the
Heavy with the
Swans
kick.
defence for like the
Elliott's
first
and
time
Myercheck can work
since the
together
start of
here.
the game.
But the Swans
When it was like
swarm, and
already
those
open
McCartan
up.
brothers, as they've done all
Elliott.
year, deny.
Pull up. That was better by Maynard.
Tempers flaring.
So he's the
Holds
player
in
that's
attack.
kicked it through the middle.
Really, they've gone through the
Everyone
middle.
else
How
has
much
to
more
follow.
excited to look for the Collingwood forwards.
Crisp did
They
it
had all that space on the far side
against
to
the
be able to use.
Bombers. That's
Yeah,
why we
great
won.
point, Sean. It
Maynard's
looked
done
like
it
their
here.
game.
In we go. Cameron, Elliott. The pressure's good, but not good enough. Warner, good mark. Good intercept mark. Noble
Every game this year is Noble.
sets it up. Long ball. Hoskin Elliott had a good piece of that one.
Failed to make contact with the footy in the end. Now McInerney picks it up.
Ball up. Right at the top of the square for the Magpies.
Can they find a way through here, the Pies?
Come on, just hit the 1 hour mark of the stream.
Attack has been
Is the
sustained.
1 hour mark
Sydney's
a good
defence has
thing or a
been
bad thing?
rigid. Continued to deny there's a blood rule here.
Oh
so
no,
they're all
blood rule. So they're gonna have to.
looks like he's running off, but it's
He's
actually
gonna have to come off the Hoskin
Hoskin
Elliott.
Elliott is the one to come from the field.
Yeah, he's got a bit of claret from the face at the moment. And he's going to take his time. This is the ploy that the players are asked to do so that coaches can make any adjustments they need to do, get players in the right position.
Lopinski's coming on. Players a bit of time to get in each other's
Right,
faces. The umpire's right there, just reminding them.
A bit of
Even if you gave one away here, I think
spice
he's
in this one.
talking to the Sydney
Freddie
defence.
McCartan doesn't want a piece of it.
Collingwood needs to strike.
Every other small forward, Jamie Elliott, Donovan
Paddy
McCreary, and a
McCartan got
piece
it
of
to
him.
Rowbottom. His kick under pressure.
That's a shocking kick out in the full. Now, Josh Dacos should be the one to have the set shot. He will.
To be taken by Josh Dacos.
Trying to make the most of this chance. I don't think he's going to go for goal.
Yeah, not this far though. Not this far. They are very good field kicks.
He sets it up.
To the square, Ginnivan, Meyer, check off, hands.
Carmichael
Snap, missed.
missed a lot, I reckon. May have just actually scored for behind. It has.
First time I've seen him for the day. Carmichael. Sydney by 19 points. I believe Carmichael had to have his boots rushed to the SCG today. No more details than that, Al.
That would not be a good feeling for a young player, BT. Mid-season recruit. He's playing for
Get
Murray,
him.
Sunraysia League, not
Yeah,
so long ago.
him.
Played for West Adelaide.
Does it affect the kick?
Now on an AFL list.
No, but our defenders got back.
Again,
Pendlebury
they go to the
takes
middle,
the
but Chris
corridor
falls
kick.
over.
The player falls
Ginnivan's
over.
got to get
Sydney can
involved
go
for
and
Collingwood.
capitalise.
Hickey takes it away.
Hickey,
Goes
the
to
ruckman. Papley ran
Deflects
into
away
trouble.
from Bianco.
Has to go back.
Shoots it
Paddy
back.
McCartan.
Well-weighted
That
kick
kick
for
is a 1
Florence.
on 2. And the Pinsky can't win.
Jules at the moment.
They
Florence
set it up, the Swans. In it comes. Oh, Logan. Logan McDonald is
Again, we see
marked.
Sydney tall forward, able to run and jump at the ball without a defender putting any body contact on him.
Nothing's working for us.
So Logan McDonald
Craig's never failed us.
working his
We
way back
never
into the Sydney
lose.
senior side. Here's a look at the mark, the stretch. He's an athlete. Threatens to be a very imposing figure in the years to come. 2 goals, 2 last week.
Well, we back him to kick this. And he's got it. No. Oh. Sorry, wrong side of the post. My mistake. I couldn't quite see to behind, actually.
7-13 this year from set shots.
Go, Noble.
Logan McDonald. Not his favourite skill to execute.
McCreary. Take the advantage. He does. Nick Dacos. And, oh, our best chance gone. Cox, look at him. He snaps it. It was on 15 anyway. Out of bounds. Frustrating stuff. Another blood rule.
Famous face here.
Bit of blood on Dane Rampy's face. He's also going to come off for the blood rule now.
Chris Rock there, of course, of growing up fame. And he just
Oh, gee,
accepts a
Dan
slap
Rampy's got a
really
bit of
well
blood.
these days, doesn't he? Chris Rock.
You have to come off.
In terms of A-listers, just behind Buddy Franklin in terms of number 1 at the
That's an
SCG
advantage for
today,
Sydney.
Yeah.
Get all our players in the right positions
Nasty one
for
for
this,
Rampy there.
this stoppage.
This is the forward stoppage for Collingwood.
Here we go. Cameron.
Done by Cameron out the back.
Who's
but
there? No one wearing a Collingwood jumper.
So efficient in the tight, really
Gee, the
tight
Swans.
spaces. Goulden. That'll be down the
The
field. That'll be a
downfield
running
free
ball.
kick.
It would have gone out of bounds on the full. But instead,
Bunny's
it's a
going to
free
get the
kick.
throw.
Swans with a relatively open forward line. Franklin's going
Look
to
at
take
him.
them on.
Oh, I was touched. Oh, Ryan Clark. Turnover. Get it out of there, boys.
Carmichael clears.
We did, but it's coming back. Sam Reid got up the ground.
Sam Reid,
He's normally the one getting on the end of it. He's the one kicking it. Cameron Quainer is dumped in the back, says the umpire.
Nathan Williamson right on the spot. We've got three of the very best
So
today.
the only goal in this quarter coming to Sydney.
Quainer, Murphy.
Otherwise, there's been 2 behinds to the Swans and a behind to the Pies. Murphy.
Get great length
Cameron.
kick and
Out of bounds.
McCartan's spoil is superb. But McCartan's in tandem today have just been quite brilliant in the back end for Sydney.
Really stagnant their ball movement there. Players weren't leading for Collingwood at all. Made it easy for McCartan to read where he's going to kick the ball, come across and spoil.
In we go.
Reid and Cameron. Cameron with strength. Reid the tackle though. Soccer. Reid really wanted it. Sidebottom almost took his fingers off. Mills to Warner.
Mills.
Dacos
Warner.
boys try and hem that pair in.
Pendles has a little fumble. Sidey.
Contest of it. Now it's in dispute. Rumbles out
Murphy.
the back.
Maynard. Logan McDonald. Heaney. The Bard on his left foot. Oh no! He's missed. 5 goals, 7 to 2 goals scored. Gee, they've been good.
The Swans are all over Collingwood at the moment.
It just hasn't been accurate.
They also had Hayward in the goal square.
12 scoring shots to 6. They should be up by more.
They make it work. They can.
Lipinski. Bianco just got to go.
So he now waits. Lipinski does the hard gut running. Got the
Falls in the lap of Lipinski. Just got to have a shot. He doesn't. He sets it up. And Nick Blakey with the mark. This is just frustrating stuff.
It was a poor last kick, obviously, by Lipinski, but that was the transition that the Collingwood Football Club need. They need to be able to shift this Swans defence really quickly.
We're getting our hands on the footy this quarter. It's just not working.
Sell-out crowd at the SCG.
Lloyd.
Got that big game feel about it.
Quainer.
As we approach the
Out of
finals.
bounds.
2 key protagonists with much more work to do in season 2022. Craig McRae looking a little concerned at the moment, but Collingwood has been in these positions before and always found a response.
Here we go.
Palms it
Cox.
down. Taken
Sidey.
by Parker, hand pass to Goulden. Goulden on the outside now. Stevens cuts back infield. His kick particularly good, and Murphy will see it go out of bounds.
So the Sydney game at a high level at the moment. Collingwood's game's going to have to improve considerably. Half forward Sydney.
Come on, Coxie. Come on, just whack it down to someone to get it out of there.
Cox, a little mini comeback there. Florent allows space
McInerney
here for
with the
McInerney.
clearance.
He's able
Sets
to
it
pick
up.
and got plenty of boot
Feast
on this
it.
as well, a very high ball. The
But he
only one
dropped
to
it.
compete in the air was Franklin yet again. But Sean has
Pendlebury.
talked about it time and time again. Free kick will go the way of Pendlebury here.
Yeah, had to be afraid of Pendles. Good work.
Franklin should have marked that ball. They're just allowing the Sydney forwards to come at the ball.
Clash of heads there. A little accidental. So now Pendlebury.
Pendles. Sets it up. Cameron.
Reid
Didn't
did
mark.
really well with the late spoil there.
Pendlebury's up to 11 disposals. He's doing his bit for the team. Just need a few more on the same page as him.
Cox and Reid are going to contest the ruck. See hands to the eyes all over the place.
So here we go. Cox and Reid.
Sydney Sunday afternoon.
Cox.
Almost took it out of the ruck.
Carmichael.
tapped it to
Pendlebury.
Good hand pass
Ginnivan.
away through the corridor.
Maynard.
Maynard.
That's a good kick.
Creative ball.
Just got to work for Josh. It
Now
sits.
the important piece.
What does he do? He tried to get around Mills. He couldn't. He twists back onto his left boot. Line check. Ginnivan's got it. Free kick. Yes. Free kick. Jack Ginnivan's got a free kick. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Now he's just got to kick this. Need this. We have not kicked a goal for so long. Need this.
Would he have attempted to accentuate the contact? Yes. But it's a free kick. Paddy McCart.
Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack.
Overly impressed with the method. This is Jack Ginnivan's loss, but he knows how to
Yes! Yes, Jack!
unaffected.
Boy, do we need that one. And we got it.
And how desperately
Many
Collingwood needed
subs,
that
Ben
goal.
Hobson, Jackson,
It's a mountain
Mead.
of pressure for a young player in his first season, but he just keeps on handling it.
His first season, it's his second season.
It's this cauldron of
His
hatred almost in a
first
way,
season
but
of being,
Craig
up
McRae
there.
getting to him. That positive reinforcement.
Well done,
You're one of
Jack.
us.
Darcy Cameron's been good today. Pendlebury's been our only good midfielder. Look at this. Mills, Rowbottom, Parker, Heaney, Hickey, Lloyd, Goulden, Reid, McCartan, Clark, Warner. 11 of Sydney's 22 players are up in the top 12 fantasy points. Pendlebury's the only one up there.
Love the fact the team got around him. You could see the ability.
And we're not even losing the disposals that badly.
33rd goal of the year.
Shocking.
For Ginnivan, he is a very important
Ball
part of
in.
their
Josh
forward
Dacos
thrust.
wins
Handled
the
a little heavy
clearance.
from Dacos to
Didn't really do
Carmichael.
much though.
So you
Side
feel
bottom.
like Collingwood are just
Ball up.
edging their way back ever so slightly into
15
this game
points.
now.
Probably feels like a good 5.
That was a
4 or
huge
5
goal
goals,
from
really.
Ginnivan
So we'll take that. Row bottom.
from the stoppage.
Fist.
On the head
Oh
of
no,
McDonald.
it's gone to the back.
Franklin and Moore.
Rush it over
Long
more.
battle. Moore keeps it in front and got it to the boundary.
Out of bounds.
Just on that Ginnivan goal as well. He's matched up directly
Thought
to
they were
Paddy
gonna
McCart.
give that
He's
to
had
Brett.
3 marks in the
He really
disposal.
did.
So, really good goal just to say, oh, I'm here as well. You've got to be accountable to me.
Sydney looking for a quick reply.
Ball in. Cox.
Side bottom. Carmichael look away was clever.
Carmichael. Bianco.
Come through Bianco.
Just sets it up to the wing.
One-on-one
Got a
between
hand on it.
Top
Did
and
Meyer
Carter.
check.
Meyer check. Carter to
Fox.
Fox.
Kicks it.
Best of pies here.
Well done, Murphy. Had his name written all over that one.
Murphy surveys his options and he's got one out wide.
Gee, he's gone
Josh
really,
Dacos is
really,
making
really
space
wide. Josh
on the
Dacos
far
did
wing
good.
this time.
Kept running.
To Lipinski.
Lipinski, so we're switched
They break for him.
to
Just a bit
the
of run coming into the
other
Collingwood game
wing.
now. Over the
A
head of
bad
Cameron.
kick.
Rowbottom and holding.
Went to Graham. We may actually get a free kick here. One, it is. It's coming to Darcy Cameron against Dan Rampy.
Josh Dacos has held his width a lot today. Getting
That
some
should have been
uncontested
50.
balls, which is really good because he's helping the transition for Collingwood, holding his width, whether he's starting inside or on the wing, holding his width really well and getting used.
Does Cameron have the trip from here?
With the man on the mark, Rampy.
He just
50's gonna go
passes
to
it
Noble
immediately.
instead. Taking a shot, so Cameron will now go on
Noble.
for an option as a tall target inside 50.
Maynard.
He sets it up. Johnson's got a run at
Johnson,
this. Ran under the ball
nearly.
in the end.
Now it's in the
Blakey
shade.
belts it
Bianco.
away. Bianco comes out
Nearly
and
won it.
steals to
McCreary does win it,
Smothered
but it's
by
smothered
Warner. These are the
beautifully
things the
by
Swans
Chad
have
Warner.
always done
What a
so
young
well.
kid he is.
Those one percenters.
Hopefully Dan McStay comes to us at the end of the season in
Speaking of blood, Will Huskin-Elliott still
Toronto.
been on the bench getting that blood nose checked out. It's been off for about 12 minutes. Collingwood locked in. Forward end. Nick Dacos has a
Rolling.
little bit of a smile.
Cox
Does the ruck work.
trying to win it himself. Big
Joining the
Mace.
tackle and we'll have another
With
ball
the
up.
ball up.
So Collingwood just getting a little bit more of the footy.
Ball in. Cox wins it himself.
Snap,
Kick
no one
obviously
on the end of it. Here's
non-15.
Johnson again.
Johnson. Free kick.
Tackle
In the back.
It was an absolute beauty from Fox.
It was a good tackle, but it looked in the back.
Give him a moment to think.
Gee, Robbie Fox has been good ever since coming into this side. Ball in. Cameron.
Cameron's tap. Elliott
Elliott.
underneath. Two to contend
Can't
with
get rid of it.
immediately. Reid and Warner drag him down. You just know the whips are starting to crack, don't you? With games like these,
Reid.
approaching the
Row
finals.
bottom. McCreary.
Warner's hair pass.
Side bottom. Slapped.
Left it for
Elliott.
He's now caught.
That's
dragged
on the
down.
ball.
Strong tackle.
Jay, that's lucky.
Gotta hold
You
it
take
in.
that. Jamie Elliott, that looked like a
Another
throw
stoppage
to
inside
me.
the Collingwood attacking 50.
Well, they're fighting hard here, the Pies, to retain it in there.
Ball in. Cameron.
Forward end. Row bottom got tackled
Oh,
high.
tie.
He wants to bail the
Low bottom, they saves the day, wins the free kick. Look at them, they want to go. Oh no. Oh, he's dropped it. Get him, Noble. Sets it up, get a fist on it more. Now get him more. Now hold it up more. Did well.
As quick as a flash, we've got a stoppage at the other end. BT, Jack Ginnivan has just gone downstairs with the trainers. Just going to keep an eye on what's
Oh no.
Hickey, with no one there, down to penalty, immediately tackled, dropped it out.
Hopefully Jack's all good. Hopefully it's just, a precaution.
See the Collingwood fans in the background. They have migrated en masse the Collingwood army for this one. What a ride they've been taken on. What a ride we're being taken on. Packed house at the SCG, a sellout from the early stages.
Oh,
of the
thank
week.
God.
Collingwood free kick right in front of that.
That could have been a 50-50. I genuinely did not know he was going to win it. I knew it was something to do with the ruck. Free kick to Cameron.
Couple of thousand in there. Dacos and Pendlebury sit on the bench at the moment.
Gee, risky. Chris chucks it. Literally the clearest of throws you will ever see. In we go again. Oh no, Murphy. Cameron spirals it and is going to come back. Tom McCartan. Pies need a goal. Yeah, but we also need to stop them from scoring, and we have. They've only managed the one goal. That was in the first 5 minutes of the quarter. So it's a win. We just need to kick another. And we need Ginnivan back out there. His class on the SCG. That's just a dream I've ever always wanted. A small forward in his second season, kicking a bag at the SCG. Sydney, Geelong have always been the most successful teams. Always love getting wins against them, even if they aren't your rivals.
Got it to where the numbers were, but
I mean, I'm like that in Sydney. I don't mind them. I like all their young guys. Like, they're probably my 10th favourite team, but Geelong, they're down there. They're last. Come on, Cox. Cameron sets things up. Who's under it? Johnson. Rampy dropped it, then slapped it to Rowbottom. Get him, Lipinski. Oh, no. McDonald. Oh, no, they're out. Oh, no, they're out. Buddy's got it. He's in range. He can have a shot if he wants. And he wants. Oh, no. This would hurt. This would really, really hurt as well. After getting our hands on the footy, kicked a goal, answered the one from the start of the quarter from the Swans. They're actually leading the quarter, like a point or something, so it's going to be absolutely shocking. Buddy won't score. Cameron, Fist, Josh Dacos, side bottom, Crisp. Jay, his kicks are normally good, but that one wasn't that good. He's just going to come back in. Fox, turn pass, Stephens. Oh no. Now, get it, Quainer. Logan McDonald wins it. Parker spins out of trouble. Oh no, that's gone in. Oh, more on the line. Saves the day for the Pies. And a sigh of relief. And no attacking, no corridor ball. Just hang on to the footy. See what GWS did to the Dogs yesterday. Just find open plays, kick marks.
Plain order the pack. Cox fell over.
Johnson in
the pack and takes an excellent contested mark.
Dacos, this is good. Noble running down the wing. Man pass was terrible. Society.
Passages of play that linking up. Collingwood needs to get going. 1-3 to 1-1 for the quarter. What a tussle this quarter has been. I So if you were to sum it up, Collingwood stopped a little bit of the bleeding because Sydney were outstanding in the first quarter. And they've just
In we
brought
go.
back that to a more even field. Here's
Would love
Carmichael.
another. I don't think we're going to get it though. Nick Dacos.
Dacos off the
Out
head.
of bounds.
A minute left in the half. Josh Dacos.
In we go. Darcy Cameron.
Cameron clear win.
Side bottom.
Side bottom.
That's going straight out of bounds.
Might not be deliberate. Didn't have any other intent, I don't
Umpire.
think.
It's been so good to us today. Not
Paddy
in that
McCartan with a
situation.
free kick for Sydney.
Paddy McCartan.
Play
Better
on.
hope that they turn the ball over badly. Paddy McCartan.
Elliott
Oh,
applied the
nice
pressure.
pressure. Get him.
Got it away. Mills has
Oh,
had
Nick
first
Dacos,
though.
great pressure.
Collingwood forced the turn,
Can he
but
kick
Dacos
one like
glorious.
Josh?
Goes
One
towards
like
the
Josh
Tigers'
Cox.
goal. And that is a good
Oh,
line.
Tom
Collingwood
McCartan.
crashing that pack back with the flood.
Tom McCartan.
Sydney hangs on.
Not only is he the hero for the Swans,
27 seconds.
but he's just getting better and better.
Great understanding of where the game's at, where the clock's at. Not willing to have
That's
any
going to be the
risk
quarter.
associated with this play at all. Everything's hugging the boundary line. Fox's kick here, looking for the tools, and they're all there, whether it be McDonald or Franklin.
Right, that's the quarter.
Get it to the wing. That's out of the danger zone with just a few seconds remaining in the half. Remember the winner, second position on the ladder. It's Sydney by 15.
Nick
Collingwood
Dacos has
have
been
been a great come
decent.
from behind team as well. And at half time, Sydney controlling things here.
Fingers crossed we can
Banana
come
rest of
back.
second quarter at
Hopefully it's a
Sydney
good
Cricket
review.
Ground, but Sydney remain in front. They led by 13 at quarter time, 15 at the main break. Wonder what Chris Rock's making.
News has just
Of it
come
all,
in.
David King, Brad Johnson. I don't care what he's making of it all.
Matthew
I know what
Kennedy
you
will
two
miss the
are
rest of the
made
season due to a foot injury. That's
Cats
massive.
in control. Credit to the Pies defence. I think we have to, tip the hat to what Howe has been able to do. Darcy Moore competing in the air, and yes, I know the Swans have missed some easy opportunities with some set shots, but ultimately their defence have stood up and kept this margin in the game. It looked like it was going to be a complete blowout there for a period.
Which is dangerous when you're playing Collingwood. As we've learned the last 11 weeks.
Exactly. Spot on. This is when they're at their best, when they know that they've got to score. There's a need to put speed on the game. I think they've been forced into a safe brand of football today. The Swans are playing a slow tempo game, not allowing the turnovers to be costly. Everything's controlled, everything's measured. This is what John Longmire does. This is why he has the win-loss record that he has as a senior AFL coach. He gets the game looking like a Sydney game.
And we'll get into Sydney's game in depth shortly, but our Toyota halftime highlight featuring a man by the name of Chad Warder. You were highlighting Sydney's young guns pre-game. Well, he's exactly one.
One here as well. And look, he's not the only one out there that plays a high-class level of football from the young guns under 23, but it's just their ability to push right up the ground and then go back and clean. That's where his game's gone to that level, clean below his knees. Absolutely sensational with that, and that allows him to just keep pushing forward. We know he's got the leg speed to drive through, but he picks it up with that leg speed and then gets out. And then his teammates are just reading him consistently now.
Okay, talk to me about Sydney's game plan. So taking the speed out of the game, but then also that forward half pressure.
So they're going to give them a couple of enemies here. We've sped this up clearly because it's boring to watch in slow motion. And we just like speeding things up, really. But you can see they've taken 53 marks and a half of football. So Collingwood don't want this because they have to defend for long periods. And ultimately, you get a deep inside 50 entry, then the pressure game starts. So Sydney want this. Speed off the game to force Collingwood to defend. That should have been a goal there by Clark. Hit the post. And then allow the pressure to take over. 4 goals 3 to 1 goal 2 on turnover. If you can't score on turnover, you can't win games of football. So this is what Sydney do to teams. It's not always pretty, but it's effective. Now, Collingwood have been held to 3 goals in a half of football. That's music to the ears of the Swans coaching department.
Let's come forward, and you look at once they had that first one go, they've got the belief that their teammate is going to follow that lead, and that's what closes the opposition up. They get the repeat tackles, and they either get a quick kick inside forward 50 themselves, or the opposition are dumping it quickly and they're set up well behind the ball with the McCartan brothers.
I'll get the slow motion version of that lab for anyone who wants to watch it post game. There are threats everywhere you look in terms of when you play Sydney. It wasn't that funny, Jono. And when you play the Sydney Swans.
I'm actually thinking of people at home with their remote right now, which you can do slow mo if you hold the play.
They're so threatening. Thank you. They are so threatening. The Sydney Swans, particularly Tom Papley, is one of the most difficult matchups in the competition, and we've seen why in glimpses today.
Yeah, because he plays a different game. He's a pseudo centre-half forward. He's the biggest small man in the game, is what we say, John, because he gets the ball in different ways. If you leave him, like Quaynor leaves him here, you've got to make sure you get back as quick as you can or you impact that play because you know what's coming. If you get it wrong, you bleed.
You just can't. You've got to play him back shoulder, I think, keep him in front of you because once he gets goal side, you can really stop this man.
We always talk about a player by the name of Jack Ginnivan when Collingwood are playing. A questionable call there, whether he was taken high.
He was taken high. Look, he raised the arm a little bit, but look, he was taken high initially by McCartan. I thought the actual free kick was there, and he kicked the goal, and then he did go off the ground after that. But this is an early one, Kingy.
Well, this is the big torpedo. He's got two players out goal side. It didn't even need to be the torpedo.
Imagine if that went out of play.
I love him. I really do because when he's involved in the game, Collingwood score. And he's, you can see this. There's no need for him to have the shot himself. He's got two players out and gone.
Do you think he was having a shot?
He was definitely having a shot. Why else was he kicking a torpedo? So, look, as selfish as it is, I sort of love it from the little guy because he brings an energy that most don't. This is just him. He's found a way to create an issue for the opposition.
But the first step there is his positioning. His positioning is elite. He gets to the front and centre. He knows exactly his opponent's gone into the air. He's got himself in the spot first. That's the craft there. And then he wins the free kick for the high.
He's been off the ground for some time.
So he has gone off. I think they might think it's some sort of leg issue, but we don't know too many details, so we'll get John Ralph onto it. But this was him going off late there in the second quarter, so just in the hands of the physio. Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens there. Talk to me about John Longmire right now. You've got the game mainly on your terms, but there's only, 15 points in it?
Yep. Well, that's the risk that Collingwood pose, isn't it? They're always in the game, and this is when they're at their most dangerous. So they'll take enormous risks now in this third and fourth quarter. You'll see them just lobbing the ball into the corridor. They've been scared of the corridor for the first half for some reason. It hasn't been the Collingwood brand that we've seen over the last month or two, Jono, today.
I think it's because, the Swans' pressure is probably the best they've encountered from that point of view, especially because they do drive off that back half, which you showed pre-game. Swans forwards put elite pressure on, so actually pulling that kick off is a lot more difficult against the Swans.
We did see that Scott Pendlebury kick to still side bottom in the corridor in the first quarter. Didn't quite work out, and maybe, as you said, a few of the players were scared off by that. Hey, the Bounce crew are all filing into Fox Footy. They're ready to go for another episode of Bounce, and this week, I believe, it is featuring the quiz.
It's that time of the year again, the annual Bounce quiz. Yes! I'm the smartest man alive. Come on, Drew. I didn't press that. I pressed the buzzer. Please stop whining, will you? Relativity. Sayonara. Tiger bow.
Josh Dacos, Nick Dacos, brother to brother through the middle.
Hi, Nan.
Hello.
When the night has come, and the land is
Is this Nan? Didn't know she played.
Yeah, in the 50s, I think.
Did the league go beyond 18 or more?
Your destination is
Did
on
it?
the left.
But it did. So that's already a fail for my big call. I'm not having good luck. Last week I got 0.
Now at Harvey
This
Norman,
week I think I
great
may have
deals on
1.
everything audio. Ultimately is Wonderboom 2 portable Bluetooth speaker, just $129 plus bonus gift card. Galaxy Buds Live noise cancelling earphones, just $148.
far, none.
Save $100.
And Draper
Impress
went
yourself
at
in sound
30.
with the Samsung
Been
Dolby
absent
Atmos
2
soundbar.
goals?
Now
Surely not.
$895, save $200. Or the Sublime JBL Bar
Check how
9.1
much
channel
chips I've
Dolby
got right.
Atmos soundbar, now $1,195, save $300. More great deals on everything audio now at Harvey Norman.
To endure winter, the group huddles together. They work together. Move together. Never alone.
1, 2, 3,
Always
4,
as
5,
one.
6,
It's a story that started with Mum, Dad,
Chip
my wife
Essendon.
and I, now up to its fourth generation of a true blue brew that captured the hearts and the taste buds of a nation. Made from pure ginger and cane, Queensland's sunshine and rain. It's Australia through and through. It's Bundaberg's, Queensland's, Australia's, the world's great Australian brew.
Trading deodorant, fresh pits and bits.
Get it out. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Go on. Oh, man, the tension.
Oh, I could have done that.
No. Oh. Yes.
At HBF, we're as passionate about our members as you are about the game.
Quarter pounder deluxe. And a Macca's glass. Free. With any medium or large quarter pounder range meal.
We were thinking of having a bit of a low-key day.
Maybe go to one of those little coffee places and grab a croissant.
Maybe check out a market.
And have lunch somewhere really interesting.
Any thoughts?
A couple.
The perfect Father's Day would definitely include waking up to a gift card, getting to spend it at Bunnings with the lowest prices, and then it would also include watching the footy and hanging out with us.
Super Tool 105-piece toolkit, only $39.95. Makita 18-volt hammer drill kit, $249. Marquee folding camp chair, just $10.98.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 10%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
What a special occasion it is for the North Melbourne Football Club, but for Ben Cunnington and his family.
Belinda's been right there from the start. We had 3 little kids. We just had a newborn, and then about a week later I started chemo. So she's cried about 2 or 3 times in our whole life, and to see her in tears, it wasn't the best prep, but it's good just to take it all in and appreciate where we've been.
What an emotional scene it is this afternoon. 13 months it's been since Ben Cunnington's been on AFL field, 2 bouts of testicular cancer, and here he is.
During the treatment, I could barely get out of bed and go to the toilet without collapsing or feeling crook or you name it. And then the first month was just walking, learning pretty much how to
An
walk
amazing
again,
story,
get
that
the strength and the cage under the legs. There was definitely times I did thought I was in a bit of trouble. You think you might be done with the game, but until it gets taken away with you, you quickly realise how much you do love it, and to get another opportunity at playing, and that I couldn't be more appreciative and grateful. So even though we lost, I still can't stop smiling and just trying to appreciate it right now.
Oh, it was hard not to get emotional watching the scenes at Adelaide Oval yesterday, Kingy. I have no connection to Ben nor the North Melbourne Footy Club, but that brought a smile to your face, a few tears to the eyes. It was beautiful.
No, it was unreal, wasn't it? It was hard not to feel breaking down with him in the pre-game there when he came out and he burst into tears. When he saw his wife, I think it got us all.
It did. Beautiful scenes and well done to him. Congratulations on getting back to this point, and we look forward to watching Ben Cunnington running around for a little more while to come. Let's head into the newsroom now. Let's bring in the Herald Sun's John Ralph. Ralphie, last time we spoke to you,
We'd only have
Richmond
another
were well and
2-3
truly up at the
years left in him,
FCG.
Ben
Tom Lynch
Cunnington.
had kicked 7. How many did he end up with?
Well, he finished with 8, so don't look now for the Tiger train. He's gathering some speed, and I think they're accepting bandwagon jumpers as well. So the Tigers only needed to win, and they
Look
were
out,
in.
look out
That's
for
exactly
Richmond.
what they did. James Sicily played in the midfield, which was very strange.
Maybe
So
for
it meant that,
grand finals.
that he just monstered a couple of Hawthorn
look out, that
defenders
could-
there. 8 goals to
Yeah,
him. He
could
was just so
definitely,
dominant.
definitely.
The only real concern for the
Take a
Tigers, a couple
scalp.
of midfield injuries. Now, Jack Graham's ankle, which saw him subbed out off in the second half. We'll give you an update later in the coverage about how bad that one is. Now, Shane Edwards pulled up tight with a left hamstring in the third quarter as well. Now, didn't play much of a part in the last term. So Richmond can't climb any higher than 7th, and they could face the likes of Brisbane or Fremantle or Sydney. So Dustin Martin is expected to be right for the finals, but not before some kind of dangerous finals flow to the Tigers.
Yeah, so Richmond are in. Carlton, well, they're going to have to wait and see because they went down narrowly to Melbourne last night. This was heartbreaking for Blues fans.
No doubt, and it doesn't get any easier. There is significant breaking news on that front for the Blues because Matt Kennedy is out for the season. I repeat that, done for the year with a Lisfranc injury. He might need surgery. Of course, we knew he was out with his collarbone, with his concussion and his broken jaw. Adam Chera, according to the Carlton Footy Club, is only a test to return next week against Collingwood. So the Cosy Pickett match winner means if Melbourne beats Brisbane and the Pies drop this clash, the Demons are the second seed. The flip side of that daylight robbery, of course, means that Carlton just has to win against Collingwood. Now, MCC boss Stuart Fox tells me today the expectation is of a crowd of 85,000 plus. Now, they get some good weather. They get all of those MCC roll-ups and the club members. It is 90,000 plus. Of course, that game live on Fox Footy next Sunday at 3:20.
Going to be epic. Ralphie, just a quick one in terms of the MRO incident, Zane Cordy.
Yeah, we got the Patrick Cripps scenario of last week. It only gets harder once again for Michael Christian because this is another test case. Zane Cordy collected Tanner Bruhn within the legal 5 metres in a shoulder-to-shoulder collision yesterday. Tanner Bruhn was concussed.
That's nearly a
so
2-week
potentially was
suspension.
when his head hit the ground after the shepherd, not the shoulder-to-shoulder incident. It's such a hard case for Michael Christian. It's a 2-week ban or nothing. We should have that case decided by about 7 o'clock tonight. Now, the Herald Sun's rich list is out. The 100-player salaries, of course, in the AFL competition. Brad Johnson used to annihilate the salary cap. David King, of course, played for Rations there. I'm not sure about you, Cap. So the Sydney numbers are fascinating, of course, with today's game, guys. So you look at all the Sydney players on $700,000 plus. Now, Buddy Franklin on $1 million, Cal Mills, Dane Rampy, Isaac Heaney, and Luke Parker. It just shows you, of course, why those Buddy Franklin negotiations are so delicately poised. So rich100.com.au or your News Court papers across the country.
Ralphie, maybe you need to do a Fox Footy Rich 100. Make things tense here.
Father Johnson. Father Johnson will be up there then.
Spot
Don't
on with
worry.
your assessment, Ralphie.
Spot
on.
Thank you, Father. Second half about to get underway at the SCG. Sydney leading Collingwood by 15 points. Whoever wins today finishes the weekend in the top four and will be well positioned to finish the season in second spot.
We won it. It is the Greatest Showman. Hate that movie, by the way. Don't even mention that movie to me.
Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Hello. When the night has come
Gee, it's cold in here.
and the land is dark. Is this Nan? Didn't know she played. Yeah, in the 50s, I think. She taught you to kick. Remember? No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long.
Your destination is on the left.
Stand by me. Jimmy, on your boot.
Look at that. Rowbottom, Mills, Parker, Lloyd, Haney, Golden, Hickey, Reid, and Paddy McCartney all having good games. The Pies, Cameron, Chris, Dacos, that's Josh Dacos, and Noble, Pendlebury, and Howell.
To endure winter, the group huddles together. They work together.
It's 4:45, which means Essendon and Carlton are underway.
Always as one.
And it's 6-6.
It's a bugger when you get the big wet in the back part of your top end. The rough track.
First
up
goal
and
of the
back, down,
game
round the hoop,
to
gasket, chuck a
hour
U-bagger, and you're back to where you started.
To
That's why you gotta go
Nick
Tradie
Martin
Bamboo.
with the quick
Tradie
response.
Bamboo no chuck.
I tipped this one to be a low scoring one.
Really? Two?
Good start for Draper. Look at that. Disposal, a kick, a mark,
One laptop that doesn't
and 6 hit outs.
I got my photos here, my music
In the
here,
first
emails
5.5 minutes, only needs 24 more hit outs. That's a fantastic start. Hopefully I can get a big call, right?
For more on
I'm not going to do my score rights, but I've already got my tips and big calls ready for next weekend. Hopefully I can get.
I don't know how Charlie blew up. It's crazy. We're too old to be here, right?
Feels like the old days.
All the yeses. It's just going to be the best thing ever.
All this. Hello. Plus more. There's always more to explore on Disney Plus.
Whether it's work or play, the Ram 1500 lineup makes life work. Any challenge.
Legendary capability meets luxury sports utility vehicle, taking your driving experience to the next level. Move more, tow more, do more, and enjoy more. The unrivaled Ram 1500 pickup range eats more than just use. Drive one today.
Yeah, my big call actually the next week involved Kennedy.
Macca's.
So
Value means more with 20% off your entire order. This week only on the My Macca's app.
See that big call is a huge one. See, I don't think the person because
These uncertain
Hewitt
economic
isn't
times, who do you trust to protect
playing.
your wealth?
He's a test, and
Invest
Chara's a
with Hydro
test.
Financial, Australia's multi-award-winning wealth manager, returning a current variable rate of 4.7% per annum. Reviewed monthly on a 12-month investment. Trusted by Australians for 7 decades.
Come on, Draper. 977.
You're watching Sunday Ticket on Fox.
Live over this one, 7
Great scenes at the Sydney Cricket Ground during half-time. A lot to celebrate for the Swans today. Past players are there marking 40 years of the club being in Sydney. But this man, as we see on the pathways, Scott Jared Healy there, just on the right.
Ty Kennelly's there. He's in the pocket, superstar.
But the main superstar attraction is, of course, Josh Kennedy announced his retirement during the week. 290 games, 2012 Premiership player, 3-time All-Australian, 3-time club best and fairest. The news coming out of the halftime break is Jack Gibbon looks to be being subbed off with that leg concern. Perhaps a hammy it was. Jono, he was just tweaking it on the boundary before the halftime break.
And we'll wait and see the outcome post-game. He's got a little bit of limp up there as well as he's coming back. But we'll find out post-game a little bit more in regards to this injury to Jack, and hopefully for the Pies fans it is just precaution.
So here we go. The second half from the SCG. It is
not
the Swans
too bad.
leading Collingwood by just 15 points. What would Croker Craig
So
say
now,
during
how's
the
Cal
halftime
Brown?
break?
He's got to take this opportunity. He has not played in this side for so long.
Football, that's not who we are. That's not how we play. Let's go and win this game.
Take it on. Here we go. The second half at the SCG.
Let's use the corridor a bit more, boys. In we go.
We're in for a bumper second half at a packed SCG.
So Hickey wins the hit out, then gets the clearance.
On the boot, not 15 as you heard.
Chris
Dacos. Tackled by Parker. Can he get it to Pendlebury? Yes, he can. Pendlebury works it forward.
First kick inside forward 50 goes the Pies way. Mycheck couldn't mark. Elliott. Mycheck ball.
Mycheck the tackle. Collingwood in attack.
See the Mycheck tackle. That's exactly where Collingwood need to just ramp up their pressure on the Sydney Swans.
Brilliant. Cameron
down but straight
Warner.
to Warner. Warner's clearing
Whacks
ball.
it down. Maynard under it.
Bounce favourably for Reid.
Reid.
Hand pass on the outside. Releases
Stevens. Oh,
he could go
shit.
for a gallop and measure his kick.
Oh, good kick. Very, very good kick. Straight to Moore. That's what we want to see from Dylan Stephens. Kicks like that every single week should be good.
Had hold of Paddy McCartan and be a
Free kick going to go Paddy McCartan's way.
Legitimate thing, very interesting actually, because it is 20 days max until the first final will be played, if it was played on a Saturday and Collingwood were playing, and that's about the 3 weeks for a smallish, less severe hamstring. So he
3
may
weeks.
not be available for that first game. The run of Crisp,
Yeah,
Pendlebury
he's
through the
not
middle,
going to play against
just
Pendlebury.
magnificent except for the kick in the
Shit.
end, which he turns over. Hayward gets on the end of. Nick Dacos also starting at half back, and Ryan Clark's taking that match up.
Mills.
There is Clark.
Get him, Nick.
No.
Oh, thanks.
Dacos, who probably didn't have a touch inside the first 20 minutes of the game, but slowly worked his way into it. Clark has done an excellent job as a stopper for the Sydney Swans. The midway point of this season onwards, round 15 when he worked his way into the side.
Bring in Cameron.
Warner, tumble punts.
Warner sets it up.
Comes out.
Get it out of there, Murphy.
Clark, clever paddle, keeps it
True.
alive. Maynard, he wants the boundary.
Again, Franklin in front.
It is a pretty low scoring game.
Fell short for him, but again, Collingwood
It's a
defended
good one
back
to
shoulder,
watch.
allowing
Like
Sydney
last
forward
night,
first access to
staying
the
until the
ball.
second half where it opened up.
Want him to play from the front, Sean?
Slide on, naturally, and push him inside slide on, so you can push them to the boundary, to the dead side, where the ball's not going to go most of
Going
the
to
time.
Dacos, Mills.
Mills is a snap at goal. Misses to the boundary.
But also what it does, it gets the Sydney forward thinking, I'm just not going to have it my own way. I've got to deal with pressure as well, not just going for the ball.
Yep.
Murphy.
Outside 5.
Jeremy Howe.
How?
Tries to bite off the Brown kick. The stuff that's been activated doesn't quite work.
Get that, Chris.
Now, looking for the handball to Rowbottom.
Get him,
Rowbottom
Chris.
quickly got it onto the boot, banged it around the corner. Moore should mark.
More. Buddy.
Franklin. Little snapper around the corner.
It's a goal. And Maynard. Why did he not get a hand on it? This is going to be our first loss since the Western Bulldogs bumpers in round 9. It's been that long. And was it round 10? It was one of the two.
Sydney very fast to sweep on the ball. Reedy's had a very good first half. Gets the ball, gives it to his teammate. Darcy ball and call Jeremy Howe back in and let him take it. Unfortunately, they crumble the ball. Franklin kicks his goal from a good crumb. Franklin equal 5th all time on the goal kick.
In we go. Well, Chad Warner's got the ball.
4:62 now. Equals up with Plugger out of the middle. They're coming again. Stevens.
A weighted pass. Clark back to where it came from. Dacos was there to get a fingertip to it.
With Voskinovan right before the finals. And we've had a really
Too
bad
troubling
day
for
against the
Collingwood
Swans.
just at the moment. There's this almost unquantifiable thing about Collingwood, this belief, this spirit that they can win from anywhere that's ingrained in them through this new coach.
And then
They have Craig
Barry's
McRae.
not finding the right groove.
Out it comes to Papley.
Hey.
This might make it hard. He hasn't quite had his kicking boots on. A few snaps today, but just the one goal in game 151.
Did you just say this might make it hard? Well, it shows you the belief of everyone else in the place. Don't stuff this up, Hal. Go Noble.
Ground for Collingwood. Need to make some sort of mark. Sydney been incredibly efficient through the hands.
Johnson, go Johnson.
Handball to himself and wondered why Paddy wasn't going too hard. He knew it was out of bounds.
Good start for the
Here's the
panel.
matchup.
3 goals
Jamie Elliott, who's been really
to
quiet
1.
thus far. Robbie Fox has done a really good job just making a really tough day. We know how dangerous Jamie Elliott can be in front of goal.
Pendlebury to
And we're going Noble. The whole Sydney defence has been good.
Marcus Sharp, that he knew exactly where it was going. It was super midfield
Come on,
work.
Calbrown.
Brown to Noble.
Noble.
Noble to
Pendlebury.
Pendlebury driven forward in the tackle by Rowbottom.
Noble and Franklin. Height mismatch, but I reckon Noble might give a reasonable account of himself, Sean.
Hickey.
Stevens got it
Nick
out.
Dacos.
Dacos emerges through the traffic. Off to
Crisp.
Crisp. Well-weighted hand pass.
Josh Dacos.
Collingwood getting dangerous. Johnson.
Well done, Johnson.
That's more like it. That's the Collingwood we know.
Nick Dacos. So we've got that ball out of that stoppage. Randy's 15, 20 metres at speed through the middle, BT. Straight through the middle.
He's been
Opens
injured
up.
his whole career.
His brother, who said
It's
they
very
could
hopefully the
field
hamstring
kicks
is only a
to show
2-3 week thing. If it is 2 weeks, then we'll have him back
Johnson
for the finals.
assesses.
If it's 3 weeks, we'll
Collingwood
probably miss the
fans
first final.
wait in hope. They need a goal
Come on, Ash Johnson.
to light the spark underneath.
Please. He'll miss.
Johnson's kick
Mate.
doesn't have the carry.
Much better.
Just needed more momentum in his kick up there. Walked in really slowly, kicked it high. Just go back and get more momentum, and you kick the ball an extra 5 metres.
Yeah, he fell asleep on it. He was a little lazy, didn't get through it aggressively enough. It's a fine line. Relaxed. Probably just a touch too much.
It's 21 points.
Led off for Sydney. Florence. Stevens.
That's a really bad miss. Oh my God, gotta take their chances.
What a team they are, Sydney. Get the job done without fuss or fanfare. Murphy.
Oh, that's just bullshit.
Free kick. So Reed.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
Very deep, perhaps too deep. Brown the spoil.
Cal Brown, what's he doing back?
Just joined us.
Brown
On the field with Jack Ginnivan's hamstring being iced up. We think he did it kicking a goal in the second quarter. So nervous wait for him to see the severity of it, what impact it will have on him going forward. Howe fended away from Warner, off to Noble. Back to Pendlebury.
18. Hopefully the Bombers do get up.
Starting to link up nicely, the Pies here.
Right, big amount.
McCreary goes for a dash, and it's a dangerous burst. Sweeping hand pass at 25 metres. Johnson took it.
Keep running.
Florid in the road, dragged down without Sydney free kick.
So annoying.
Fox been good today, Fox.
Outside five.
Those just joining us. Tagoe was a late withdrawal before the game got underway today.
You're starting to piss me off a bit, Sydney.
There is Carmichael. Very but ran out of bounds. Some sort of hip flexor problem for Tagoe. And Ginnivan now with the hamstring
Hopefully
injury.
Tagoe's okay.
Neutral ground right on the Toyota logo here. Cameron towards the boundary line. Hickey follows it up. Smothered by Carmichael. And then side bottom. Sydney happy to play this way for the rest of the day. Collingwood have got to find it opening.
Lots of communication. Lots of red and white over there. Hickey and Cameron. Hickey worked his way to the front. Elliott hasn't been able to get involved. Carmichael rips it free. Side bottom, was he being retarded there by Rowbottom? Now he turns tackler on Stevens and got him high. Definitely looked like he was held back there, side bottom. Stevens, who like Clark, has broken his way to this strong Sydney side. He's played the last 7 games. Kicks to half forward. Reed off hands. Parker, Hayward, Goulden.
Look at him. Look at around the
perfectly
handballs.
almost over the head of Warner, the target. Warner's kept it in.
Kept it
Franklin's
in,
got
buddy.
a pass off. Here's
Heaney.
his chance. And Heaney's not going to waste this one.
That's the game. Sydney can just kick. They can just play with it now. That's the game.
Isaac Heaney gets his second goal in game 150 and breathing space for the Sydney Swans. A game high 27-point lead
That's
to the
gonna be it.
Swans. And now the test is very sternly put before Collingwood.
What do we do now, Craig? Up to you, mate. Not even the best coach ever can
He was the errant kick though from Errol Goulden in, but the work from Chad Warner to keep that in, and then the Swans just worked together well between Franklin and Heaney kicks his second. You can see the scores from turnover: 5 goals, 3 in favour of the Swans, to 1 goal, 2 the Collingwood Magpies. The awareness of Heaney to get it on boot quick, amazing. Clean.
Painful. Really.
No, we haven't got a rock concert going on here at this ground. We've got a game of footy. You may well have thought here is Dacos going in the wrong direction, though. He's lost 50 metres in a backward direction and now spots up Noble.
If we did have a concert, BT, I'm happy enough with Powder Figure.
Yes, we all are. Crisp. Rowbottom did well. Might even be paid the mark. Probably should have been in the end. Comes to Blakey. Franklin. If they get another one, If they get another one, Sydney, boy, oh boy, here's McDonald loading up to give him a driving opportunity.
He's dead.
Goulden at the back, the punch away and a hold of the arm, and it'll go Sydney's way.
My God.
He plays a shipping. Quaynor may have given away. Saw his opponent, his teammate going for the ball. Saw the opponent there and just trying
That's
to
going to be it. This is going to be the first loss ever
Directly in front
on
of
a
goal.
live stream.
I don't know whether Mason Cox, if you have a look at the man on the mark here, might try what I call the jack in the box, where he
It probably
goes
will
down
be
low
the second loss
and he shocks you by coming
ever
up late
for my
and
reviews.
extends to at least 10 foot, given he's
And
a
that's
7
us
footer.
out of the 4.
We know he can dunk it in basketball, so it's 10 foot of face you've got to keep in mind. There is Goulden, there is Cox. No problems. Sydney have kicked 3 in a row on the third. 33-point lead for the Swans.
You can see how much it means for the Sydney Swans. The live ladder there, Sydney needing to win this game by around 3 goals to climb to second. As it stands at the moment, if the game stopped now, that is where they would be. Collingwood would have fallen out of the top 4. Mass ramifications everywhere at the moment. Every result in the latter stages of the season.
No,
so
we're out of
crucial.
it, mate. We can't win this game.
Dacos a crucial win out of the middle.
We can't turn it around.
His kick towards Hoskin Elliott.
Not even the Kings of the Thrillers can win this.
He's played a tremendous match, Robbie Fox.
Sydney's too good. They're one of the favourites for the finals.
Moore's got a couple to beat here. Brings the
It'd be
ground.
so good if,
Roved it cleanly.
because I think I actually have. I think I've actually tipped us to actually play Sydney in the finals. It'd be so good if that doesn't happen.
Collingwood, this 11-game winning streak of the Pies is under threat.
In a very big way. Sydney have suffocated them today.
I do have us
Given them very, very little space.
to play against Sydney in the elimination final, semi-final, in week 2 of the finals. I have us winning it. Well, I think I might have to change that set now. They're not that good.
Noble long ball, but look at this. It's to a 1-on-2. Johnson's got to do it all in front. McCartan caught in the tackle. Probably should have been a free. I'm not sure he made foot contact with it. Johnson now to Lipinski. Got it back to Johnson. Ran out of track.
You're right, BT. Sydney have suffered with the whole game today. They're even winning the tackle count, 38-24, contested ball as well. So they're applying more pressure to Collingwood whenever they get the ball all over the field.
Toss back in on the outer wing. Cox a hand in. Pendlebury a collect. Hoskin Elliott, not an easy one to mark, but he got the arms chopped.
He's hurt here, Hoskinelli. Hopefully he's okay.
He's already had that nose patched up where he spent 12 minutes on the boundary line. Just got another knock on it. How would that feel? You've got a broken nose and someone comes up and says, just going to give you another little plop on the nose.
Some stuffing up there as well, just to try to stem the bleeding.
Oh, boy.
I think he's guaranteed to come back out looking a little Hannibal Lecterish.
You can see he's holding his face. Attempted ball there right to the nose.
Bad day when you get 2 nose jobs.
It's been a hard day for him.
Well.
So they sort themselves out, and Maynard
Gold Essendon.
goes to the pocket.
Back to back for D'Ambrosio,
Johnson in
if you
front of
don't
the
know.
pack and gets to the back. Collingwood needs to do something here. Find a goal from this stoppage. Breathe some life.
He's on top of the fantasy points.
We know has that
2
will,
touches,
that
2 goals.
belief to come back from anywhere.
Sam
and win.
Draper has 9
Get
minutes.
the rush going. I just think they've got to find consecutive goals. They've got to find 2 in a row to get some buzz about them. One will
Of
get
course
them
you 2 will.
interested.
I would have been if I tipped Geelong. Well, this is going to be an 8 out of 8 for you guys, 7 out of 8 for me.
This is where Ellie can
And
get on the
hopefully I
move.
get 8
BT's
out of
only under 3
9. Hopefully
disposals.
Essendon can win.
Yep. There's Parker. Followed down there.
Oh.
The striker there, Plainer missed the ball and mark taken by Papley. So Papley out wide here to Fox.
Who did well. It looked like Chris was a real chance to spoil there. Off to Mills. Mills to half-forward Howell. Big chance to mark here. Reads it well in flight. Fires it out wide for Bianco. No one for him really to kick to on that outer wing. So he feeds the hand pass but puts Noble in a bind. And Goulden nailed him.
And that's where Sydney is so good at closing down the uncontested possession. They'll have a shift across and put that pressure on. But
Yeah, I
Collingwood just need
took
to keep
Sydney
asking
and
questions, keep
Essendon.
changing direction, probing, trying to break this defence.
Carmichael's fend effective. Hand pass back to Noble. He'll appreciate a little more room to breathe this time. Kick around the wing, bit of wrestling going on. Mychek goes to ground. It comes to Blakey. Blakey's kick is straight to Cox, although he's misjudged it. Big Mason's now got a big problem. Mills tackled him. Spills to Pendlebury. Parker goes through. He's knocked off it by Carmichael. Hand pass out in front, but too far out in front of Bianco, and Blakey finds the safety of the boundary line.
It's annoying that this one.
Sun getting lower.
Especially last time we were here, we got an amazing win.
Ladies stand there.
But I might add to that today.
Elliott is going to have to be the focal point if Collingwood are going to find themselves in a revival here, which is looking more unlikely. Warner. Noble got him in the tackle, got rid of it. Howe attacks the footy, got a nice bounce. Now Brown. Little handball was a little bit too firm. Warner bangs it long and
Drop
deep,
Cal
and
Brown.
Quainer's got to do a lot to get back. And he does.
Back to 9.
So Quainer, a low-scoring affair. Sydney has not put too far a bridge between itself and Collingwood, but Collingwood needs to find something.
I have got a perfect round.
Dacos
Wow.
to Noble. Tried to get it to Maynard. Critical hand from Mills. Papley takes possession.
Hopefully Essendon win then, eh?
Got a couple there. They can raffle it. Goulden allows Florent, in fact, Fox to go through, and he hits McInerney.
This is going to be another goal to Sydney. They should get another goal out of this.
Many a body inside that attacking 50. Hayward from the side, and there's a good mark at the back of the pack by the smallest member of the pack. Callum Brown has it for the Pies.
I don't mind Cal Brown. It's just, it's been great.
A little bit of corridor work.
Apple
and now
misses for
Pendlebury,
the Bombers.
he knew he had
Go
McCreary wide. Wonderful pick up on
McCreary.
McCreary. Now able to use his
Go
pace,
kick a
Blakey cutting
goal.
off the angle and doing it really well.
Shop's an absolute sitter.
Brilliantly against the bigger Cameron. Chop of the arms though, said the
Oh.
umpire.
Oh, we got a free. I had a perfect round and 2 and 1. Of course you did.
Changed his mind and went the short kick.
So can they conjure something up from here?
Come on. Stupid internet. Please, Cameron.
We already know that Collingwood will be finalists for the 84th time in 126 years on not less than 2/3 of that 126. But Cameron, to be in today's game, is going to have to start something pretty dramatic here. Kick looks good. Damn good.
Got it.
Really good. Impressive.
Finally, we've got one against his former team. That's a nice moment for him. I got the margin in the first game correct a couple of times, but got a award for it.
For the belief.
I got
Sydney just cut it down and answer immediately. It's back to 27.
quarter time.
Very
Quarter
gettable by
late in
Collingwood
Essendon.
standards.
Goal to Power Pepper. They say it's gettable, but it's not. Not against Sydney. We're the best team I've seen this season defend the ground against us. I was off at times.
Chopping the arms and a big goal there. Collingwood needed that goal. maybe this is the start of their momentum shift.
They've been able to bottle some sort of magic potion, Collingwood, this season, full of spirit and belief. It's time to take the lid off now. Parker out of the middle. Maynard back with the flight, collided
Mark.
with Jeremy Howe.
Pay the
And now
mark, you
Hayward's doing
bloody
some fancy
umpire.
footwork.
Play
Finding his
the
target
bloody
inside
mark,
50.
you umpire.
Gets the
The
opportunity.
fuck's wrong with
And
you?
we took Quainer into the, I think it was Quainer, into the stoppage, fumbling ball around, and he runs forward and gets on the end of it. Very smart forward. Got his backman thinking he was going to be involved in the play.
There's been a couple of occasions today where Collingwood defenders have got on each other's road in the air. Tom Papley. Maybe 5 minutes behind. Kick is fading back and going through. Quick reply, so one that did not become two for Collingwood. Challenge becomes greater again. With just the 5.5 to go in the third quarter. What can the Pies produce from here? 4 goals to 1 in this term for Sydney.
Papley just brings his player Quainer
That
up to
one
the
really
ball, and then
pissed me
sees a
off.
good win and sneaks at the back. He only gets 5 metres on his opponent. That's all he needs. That's how you break your tag or get away from your opposition as a small forward. You bring him up near the ball, get him watching the ball, then you duck out the back. Super smart.
Enjoys it, Tom Papley. In fact, loves it.
Will Hoskin-Elliott still getting that nose attended to after that second knock.
Torture.
Keen to come back for another go, Jude.
Yeah, they're going to just give him the big wrap around with the bandage around the nose.
Cameron's just copped a bit of a knock on the nose as well. Now here is Franklin. Crisp there. Handball from Jeremy Howe out the back door. But look at Sydney swarming the pressure. Papley, the centering ball, gives them a big chance.
No, get it. Get it. Get him.
Stevens backwards, falling
Oh
away.
no.
The ball in a great spot. And Mills and
What
Heaney,
is this
a
game?
little bit of a mini mix-up.
What is this? Like, this is shocking. This is terrible.
Mills is at the 18 disposals, coming up for 19, been a solid contributor all game. But this is a team-first attitude, right? He can go for the miracle snap there, BT, but just puts it out, and there's 2 players who could have marked that ball.
This is
Absolutely, and this
the
is one
worst
of
game.
them. And he did. And he pulls it left.
Swear to God.
They shake their heads, but they'll be singing the song perhaps in another quarter or so.
Jeremy
God.
Howe. Gains a few metres. Goes in the Cameron direction. Reid work his way to the front. Cameron spoils. Stevens in the right spot. Flipped it out. Row bottom. Off a step.
Wherever the ball is, fist it. I can't even see from here.
More in front. Ball doesn't get to the boundary. Franklin
Okay,
keeps
now I
alive
can
to
see.
goal.
Get rid of it.
Bumped off it by Cameron.
Get rid of it, mate.
Ran into Blakey. He got a hand pass clear, but this is going to
Oh.
be insufficient intent. Great tackle from Blakey.
Why do I even bother?
Stevens goes long. Jeremy Howe. He's taken some big marks at this ground.
What's the point, Jeremy?
But
Mate,
a loss nevertheless from the legendary leaper. Elliott back
I don't want
infield,
anyone to do something really stupid and get injured. We've already lost Ginnivan and DeGoey. Can't lose any other players due to stupid flies and well, Jack Ginnivan's case shot for goals.
They're going to be real good to get in there. Fox.
We saw Elliott come all the way up to half back to get a touch, then maybe throw him on ball for 5 minutes or wing, get him involved in the game, create some uncertainty in the Sydney midfield.
This is Jeremy Howe. Yep.
Just a mini BT by his standards.
Top 500.
There's the tackle though from Blakey. Just that they've been working really closely with him, the assistant coaches, just to get him hardened in the contest.
There's an opportunity for the Pies. No ball. Just pulls the kick back a little. Johnson couldn't get a run at it. Cox was
Come
there
on.
as well. Goulden. Blakey slipped over. Bianco was on him in a flash. Little soccer off the ground lands with McCarthy. Oh, and he is
Deliberate.
Johnson over.
Oh, no way they gave us deliberate. I literally just said that for the sake of it, but they've actually given it to us.
And Collingwood takes advantage through Johnson. There may be
That's
another
what you
twist.
get, Paddy McCartan. Big fat wuss. Look at him. Look at him wussing. Mate, the results already happened and he's still wussing.
Has deemed that he had enough time and space. There wasn't any
The whole
pressure on him.
defence.
He's needlessly rushed that behind. The
He's
pressure
pissed
came.
off.
No, he marked it. He played on, and then he ran over the line.
So this is the mark. Mark paid. McCartan plays on, then he gets forced back by Johnson. Let's listen to what took place.
Passing the ball. You've marked the ball. I didn't hear a mark. I'll blow the whistle for a mark. Well,
Go, Josh.
A little bit of controversy never hurts on a dramatic afternoon.
Dacos driving ball again. Lloyd. McInerney. Underneath Cameron. Collingwood just getting a little
Come on.
taste here at the moment. That one dropped forward. McCartan goes to ground, probably unnecessarily.
Terrible kick.
McInerney there to save the day. Gave it to Rampy. This is a touch ball. Clearly no mark here. Dacos doesn't
Get rid of it,
realise
Nick.
yet. They go
Oh,
down.
Nick.
They're really trying to put the foot down.
What the
Franklin's able to intercept.
heck
He says,
was that,
"Stay with me,
Nick?
fellas. Let's not
What
get
was that?
into their fast play."
Oh,
Dangerous. Pendlebury read it.
go.
And now
Coxie.
Mason.
Yes, he's marked. He doesn't have the trip for me,
The
Coxie.
lid might be just starting to turn on that bottle of magic potion.
This would make it
Coxie
3
doesn't
of the
have the
last
trip for
4.
me. That's the only problem.
Mason Cox.
Behind to Marshall.
It's right on the extent of his range. That was controversial before. It'll be a talking point.
Come on,
Mason
Coxie.
Cox. From right on 50.
Having a Coxie.
He has it.
Having a Coxie. He's kicked it.
Australian citizen with 10
The big
ball
man
wins in his leg.
in Sydney has kicked the goal.
What a bomb from Mason Cox. The game is swinging. And Collingwood is coming.
Big Mace, the god.
22 points the margin. With still 80 seconds to go in this third quarter.
We're not backing it, mate. Wasn't he close to the line under a bit of pressure? Well, yeah, but still.
Oh, Mason
Nice.
Cox.
At least we're going to go out of it. Now we've got another one through Coxie.
Ratio as a US citizen, 100% as a dual citizen.
Look at him straight into Tommy McCartan. Look at him. You McCartan brothers have nothing against us.
You've got to manufacture it, you have to.
They have kicked 3 of the last 4 goals. 22 points doesn't sound a lot. It's not like there's a minute 18 left.
No,
in
it
the
doesn't
game. There's
sound a lot, but it
quarter
should be
and a minute
more.
18 left.
Big Mason's had the 8 disposal to kick 1 goal.
Should be way
Maybe he's
more.
the 5-starter.
Listen, Sean, if they got
Come on,
one
Cameron.
here now, it would be absolutely
Come on,
awesome.
Sidey.
You wouldn't believe. Warner
Get Warner.
gathering. Collingwood swarming.
Ah.
Free kick will go Sydney's way.
It's so loud at ground level, BT. Just that you've heard the decision being made, and then the players have not heard the whistle at times.
If you want
They are
to.
starting to swarm the Pies. Warner's got it in the middle.
Put that up out of nowhere,
Just goes
really.
wide with a little bailout kick to Lloyd.
Lloyd, mate. Miss
All
it.
of a sudden,
Not miss it.
he's just
Stuff it up.
wanting
Out
to
in the
hold
full,
up,
mate.
maybe devoid of a clear option.
Kick it backwards.
Just a little bit of pressure
Into
being
your
put
own,
on by
own
Collingwood
goal.
here
Kick an
as
own
Reed
goal.
launches.
Oh, bloody hell,
Got the
Reed.
ball at its highest point.
Your brother was useless. Twice.
This is a big
You've been
moment.
useless for all your life until this season. He's been decent.
He can
He's in
find
some
a
good
goal
form.
here. Won't be insurmountable for Collingwood, but it'll make it very hard.
Mate, miss it. Do what you did in the first quarter. Out in the full. That's not going out in the full.
Territory on the 50, and he misses.
Just missed.
Collingwood will go to the three-quarter time break with mass belief.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we do.
Points down to beat North Melbourne. That's their
You
best
can't just
comeback
say
from
that
three-quarter time this season.
just because we kicked the last two.
Collingwood take it on or not.
It's only two.
She nearly ran too far then. High footy.
Mark it and that will be the quarter.
Now picked up by
That will be the
Mac
quarter.
Cannington. So they are on Collingwood. They're swarming here. And they've got it back to 23 points. It got out to 33. It's back to 23.
It's getting real
The
close.
Pies are in the game. 41-64. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, when you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles.
This is going to be a huge second half.
Business is growing. You
Not the second half, last quarter.
space for a while.
It should be a good final quarter, yeah. Give me a minute.
At HBF, we're as passionate about our members as you are about the game.
Treat yourself at McCafe and we could treat you to free barista-made coffee for a year. Just buy any coffee on the My Macca's
How
app
much should
and
we
you could
kick
be
in
one
that
of
corner?
25
1,
winners every day.
2,
Order on the My Macca's app for your
3.
chance to win.
2, 1.
Yep, I'm on court 2, or maybe court 4.
Wait, where?
Next to the umpire.
3, 4. Make it 4, Sydney.
I'll honk.
No need. Remember?
Family runs better on Australia's best network. Add on a family with our new bundle plans.
Let's get cracking with some Sandown Super Sprint racing action.
Imagine if the Pies did do that to you. No, I won't do that. Hopefully Essendon will do that to you. That'd be fun.
What a race. Unbelievable.
Have you never imagined
Okay.
yourself on the Iron Throne? House of the Dragon begins August 22 on Fox Showcase or watching 4K Ultra HD only on Foxtel.
You're watching Sunday Ticket on Fox.
Well, is another epic Collingwood comeback brewing? going at the SCG. Sydney have been in control for the majority of the afternoon. They led by 34 points early in the third term, but the Pies, they've found something here. This is why they're on an 11-game winning streak. They do not give up. They do not go
The
away.
God takes a bow.
Trail by 23 points with
This is going to be so nerve-wracking.
David King, Brad Johnson. We've seen this before. We're seeing it again.
Well, we could. And look, they need to work out a way in this last quarter, I think, to control the outside of the contest. That's where the Swans have dominated. That's how they got to that margin you said there in the first part of the third quarter, where, Collingwood are so good at this tight aspect of the game, but Sydney Swans have held their shape really well and got better control on the outside. So can they turn that around?
Unfortunately, there's no Jack Ginnivan. There's no Jordan De Goey. He was a late out. Let's head into the newsroom with Johnny Ralph. Ralphie, have you got an update as to Ginnivan and also De Goey?
Yeah, that's correct. So Jack Ginnivan is out of this contest with a hamstring strain, and that is horrible timing for Collingwood because regardless of when they play their first final, Thursday, Friday or Saturday, it'll be short of the 21-day standard recovery time there. So Collingwood will hope that's precautionary. Jordan De Goey pulled out with a hip flexor injury pre-match. So do they play Jordan De Goey next week when, of course, Fremantle can pinch fourth spot from them? And do they play Ginnivan in a final when we know that Taylor Adams is coming back? He'll be first up after 5 weeks out with a groin. Really significant questions, and the answers potentially, well, it could define and decide their finals fate.
A lot of scenarios they've got to weigh up. Brad Johnson's just lost his pen, but tell us, De Goey, his absence is noticeable, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. They just need that spark player. I don't know who it's going to be. 8 inside 50s for the third term, but they kicked 3 goals. If they can just get some supply, the Swans will know. They'll be nervous right now. They've seen their history over the last 10 or 11 weeks, so they will try and take all the oxygen out of this game. They'll hope for a ball.
Mycheck and Elliott, they're the two.
Pendlebury.
Massive final quarter from the SCG. Let's go.
No, I don't think I've got mine either.
Trailed 6 times at three-quarter time this season and won the game. So
Come on.
what does the final half-hour hold for us? Cameron.
Come on, Chris. Go.
Sends it forward through the hands of Johnson.
Pressure them.
Oscar Elliott and Florida clever.
Pressure Goulden. Pressure Fox. We need some pressure around the ball. These forwards need more pressure. Oh no. Port Adelaide up by 33 points. That's what it took me kicks and this game kicks. Come on.
Nathan Williamson right on the
Goodness
spot.
sakes.
Franklin now with a bit of an ugly low ball.
That's a mark.
The whistle.
This will take forever.
It was delayed. I think they got caught between the two umpires, and neither of them were sure who was in charge there. Down the middle, so this is something we haven't seen today.
Go, Cal. Come on, Cal Brown. Kanos and Cook, I love you. Deliver, mate. And the full. Yes, that's down the full.
Whether it was the oncoming pressure on the line that put him off, and he looks sore getting up as well.
Go, Noble.
Noble. Play on. Elliott.
Seems to be okay, Jamie.
Noble goes deep. Cameron comes out. One hand to it.
Stuff it up, Foxy. Get a hand on it, Noble.
Pendlebury.
Come on, Cal.
Knocked it out towards Brown. He dives forward in
Josh.
all that. No free kick. Kick from
McCreary.
Ramsey. A clearing ball from Rowe.
Deliberate.
So there was intent to keep that in.
Oh.
So Collingwood are still trying to break that Nick Dacos tag. They're starting half forward and Lloyd's picking him
If
up.
Sydney kick 3, it's game over. If Sydney kick
Trying to get him free.
1, it's game over for me. 1 or 2. No, 2. 2, it's over. 1.
Row bottom. Little kick around the
1
corner.
would
That's
just be
Benny.
annoying,
Nick
really.
Dacos
Come on, Nick.
brings it back. So Collingwood looking a little dangerous here in the third. Good mark by Mills.
It's the 4th Brian Taylor. Goodness sakes.
Sydney wouldn't want to seize up on what they're doing either and become too negative too early. Moore went for the all or nothing.
This is
There's a
the
lot of that
3rd
going
one.
on at the
Have
moment.
a chance of
Now
blowing
Warner
in.
hand
Get in,
ball.
Quiner.
Push off
Oh,
the play
Chad
was
Warner.
aggressive. A little hook kick
Bloody-
won't go as far as it should have. And Howe
Oh,
dropped the sitter.
It's a very noisy SCG. It was uncharacteristic from Jeremy Howe. Almost too easy. First goal in this final term is so
No, Roboter, no. Oh, it's gone in.
Sends it very deep. Sends it through.
Stuff you, Roboter.
The Sydney fans are up again. As Rowbottom kicks his first and puts that margin out to a very handy 29-point lead for the Swans.
I'm so excited to get an interview, says James Rowbottom. Oh my god, I can't believe my sister is actually coming to watch me play some AFL. Idiot.
Here's the stoppage for the Swans, and they'll just able to get this on the back of James Rowbottom. A prodigious right foot snap, and you can see the game he's put together. He's leading all comers with disposals, 21 this afternoon. Also, really strong in the contest. He's had 6 clearances and 8 tackles for the game.
Biggest goal of the game, James Rowbottom. Super duper important. Gives
Come
Sydney
on, Cameron.
a little bit of respite.
Oh, get him! Rowbottom, bloody idiot!
Cameron.
Stuff you! Get him!
Now the kick goes forward here, looking for Howe, Quainer. Impressive run.
Oh, what are you doing with that, Oscar?
If Collingwood to get back into this game, they've got to come through the middle. Use Quainwell's speed through the middle. That's the only way they're going to trouble Sydney. Not by going around the boundary.
2 big clips to the snout of Oscar Elliott. He's had a bit of a torrid day. Cameron towards Dacos. Bodies collide.
What a lad to get the game over.
Is there another throw? A stumps or 2 from Collingwood.
Get another goal.
Pendlebury just negotiates traffic so
Free kick.
There's a holding on free kick.
Got it.
Collingwood free kick.
Kick 2.
Oscar Elliott's going to take it.
So maybe Kenny is the right man to lead the
Johnson, Elliott. Oscar Elliott delivers it in. Side bottom, got free.
Oh, he's dropped it.
He had the arm drag to push, says the umpire.
Oh, he's got the free kick. That's soft. You're lucky, Sidey. You don't deserve it.
Sydney had all the numbers back, but they just didn't stand in the right spot. So they had 2 or 3 spares, but no one stood out in front of side bottom where the ball was going to go.
There are few more reliable. Comes to this sort of stuff for Collingwood. He's delivered big moments many, many times before. Across the face it goes. And it is escorted over the boundary line. So still an opportunity for the Pies.
Collingwood forward end.
Oh, come on.
Vicky. Elliott was right there. Parker. Elliott, good knock. Mills down the throat of Dacos.
Which one? Nick. Okay, come on, Nick.
Ball kick. Man on the mark at 40.
It's one way to break the tag is when you're forward, have a shot on goal, kick the goal, get your team up and about.
To get it back to 23. Huge kick for Collingwood. Second position on the ladder available to both teams. Dacos runs around the mound, but misses right.
He ran that way, kicked the ball where he ran. He was walking in a straight line, and then he decided to go offline, and he kicked where he ran towards the point post.
I reckon because they're trying to use this man on the mark rule, a lot of them are putting their natural styles out of sync.
I agree with you.
Go, Sidey.
Got him on the wing, gets it back for Collingwood. He's got the Pitsky, but he elects to go by foot to Chris. And speared it in there to Josh Dacos. Links up with Brown. Famous names. Lipinski to Cameron. Took it cleanly. Tackled by
Cameron's a
Parker.
famous name.
Dispossessed. Through they go, the Swans. Hayward to Clark. Rumbles it into the middle.
Go more. Have a ping. No one else will.
Direction over the back. Couldn't take the marker post to McCartan. The ball's in the pockets. And over it goes with Bianco being watched very closely by Rampy. Here
here is Dacos. Look at him try to go around the man on the mark using the man on the mark rule where they can't move, and it just puts him off his normal routine.
It does. I like it when you're too far out and you need extra distance, not when you can make the distance.
Yep, I agree. Totally. Lloyd. Reed. Goulden. Nice ball back inside. Franklin tried the soccer. Couldn't get it on the half volley. 3-on-1. He held him up, buddy. He did well. He attracted the attention of three.
Tom, Darcy.
Hickey. Moore's got to go. And they've just got to rush through the middle when they get their hands on it. Maynard, a deft touch. Will go again. Now getting in the way is McCartan. His kick was past his
Go.
Spills out wide here
Get
to Warner.
it.
Warner.
He's got magpies all around him. Got boot to ball. The Pies might
Right,
get
this
it
is the
back.
moment
Logan
here. Switch.
attacked it.
Now,
They're
this
going
is
to
the
keep
flick.
coming, the Pies. You can
This
tell
is the moment.
Dacos couldn't mark Bianco.
Are we
Took
going to
it,
be the
pulled
top
this
two
Lodge,
pies
big win
still?
here. Who's going to take
This
possession?
is the flick of the
Blakey
switch.
hunts it.
And it's Nick Blakey.
Like a lizard. He goes in the Franklin direction.
Now, flick the switch, Cal. Get it back, Cal. We need to flick the switch now.
And Murphy's got the free man, Hoskin Elliott, who has that wing at his
This
mercy.
is the switch. This has got to get us up and about. Go.
Kick is too high for Chris, allowing the spoil. Chris needed to come at the footy. Now really hotting up a bit here now. Little handball along the
Get him
ground.
out the way,
Now
Chris.
Chris is there again. Gathers, immediately tackled by Florent.
Hoskin Elliott took the wrong choice there. He had Maynard all by himself.
Oh, they've given it ball. There's nothing it could do about it. It could not do anything. That's so soft. It's just bullshit.
Looks sideways. Lampy disappointed he didn't get it. Florent goes deep looking for Franklin. In front is Cox and takes a nice mark.
Cox on the way out wants Maynard, who links up with a running Josh Dacos. He hasn't stopped running. He kicks to Hoskin Elliott. Johnson's over the top, and Fox a critical spoil.
That's it.
How many moments this
13 minutes.
His kick not great.
5
He's on the
goals.
road.
That's
He's
not
got Elliott
possible.
all on his own. Blakey's got to get there and clear them. Myercheck needs an obliging bounce.
He's going to stuff it, my check. I told you. I told you. Bloody told you.
Rampy nailed him. That could be a match-winning bump from Dane Rampy.
Now Hickey.
Who was it? Dane Rampy.
Rising. They're spirited by
Such a
that. Dane Rampy gets congratulations of teammates nearby. In the meantime, play goes on. High ball.
That's going to do it.
Collingwood is surging.
We need
They are
5
throwing
goals.
everything through the middle at the moment. There's nothing that's not going there. Dacos absorbs a lot of punishment.
5 goals in 12 minutes.
Running and running.
And now the
They
Sydney
keep
crowd's
going.
gone up and
Maynard
about.
goes deep. Another spoil there by Sydney. And
Get
Rampy
that
the
bloody
man again.
Rampy off the field. He's an idiot.
Swans, urged on by their loyal and
He's
vocal
cheating.
fans. Oh, Mason Cox. A superb mark. Howe wants to send it in. A touch ball. Dacos attacks it. Mills ripped it away. Hand pass out towards Hayward. Hayward's got Quain off the company. Tackle dispossessed. Fouled up by McDonald. Off to Hayward. Off to Clark. Hand pass missed the target. Carmichael goes hard and low. Equally so Mills, but gave it straight to Dacos, who zigs and zags and fires it to side bottom, opening up the play.
He wants to go. I tell you what, Sydney must stop the speed in this game. Otherwise, Collingwood are just going to keep going. Here's Elliott. Sydney
50.
got to stop
50.
the speed in the game. Surely, Sean.
He's coming up for his sixth disposal, Elliott. Dane Rampy, inspirational. That saves a goal.
That's just Dane Rampy being an absolute idiot.
That gave you actually goosebumps.
Brilliant Rampy.
So
Game 2
annoying,
11.
Rampy.
Superb defence. But now Elliott to reignite the Pies. They are charging, but without reward on the scoreboard is no good. Elliott's kick looks pretty good. It's a little short. Johnson almost marks. In they come. Blakey wins. Shovels the handball out the back to Florent. And Sydney get out of trouble.
God, that defense can't be that good.
Mashing away at it, but not finding a hole.
It's too good.
Extraordinary.
their defence.
Stevens deep in defence. Everyone
The
draws
forward
breath.
is the midfield. Yeah, Errol Gordon, your Dylan Stephens, your Chad Warner.
Got a run at this. Hands to it, no mark.
Yeah, Errol Gordon.
It comes towards Warner. He's got
The forward is their forward line with Buddy, with Heaney, with Papley.
Wants Heaney or Franklin to run onto it.
That's their
Murphy going
defence.
back. Heaney as well. Game 150. Clever tap.
Buddy.
The greatest show on earth. Encore after encore. Lance Franklin turns to the faithful. How they love it. How they love him and how he loves them. That might just be the straw that broke the brave camel's back.
Bloody commentator broke my eardrums.
The long high ball there, Isaac Heaney in his 150th game. Very smart. Gives it to Bud on his left. And he went to the crowd and stuck his hands up. They love him here, don't they? The crowd went up. That may be the nail in the coffin, I'm not sure. But very smart by Isaac Heaney to tap it back to Bud on his left foot. 34-point lead. Swans win today.
That's Sydney locked for top two, I reckon.
They're an excellent chance of finishing second. It'll come down to percentage, but they're very well placed. Collingwood, they lose today, which they probably will secure the double chance with a win over Carlton. That is the way it sits right now. So Quainer, driving ball, 34-point lead with 9.5 minutes is not going to happen, even with Collingwood at their best. Crisp. Blakey, one-on-one on the wing. Murphy. Heaney. Murphy again. Little shovel handball to Brown. Got the give and go from Maynard. Then twist back in with a little pirouette in the middle of it all. Got it to Pendlebury.
I'm honestly going to watch this.
Noble's got side bottom at half forward, but he goes longer than that. It's roll of the dice time now. Out in front, Blakey. A juggling mark.
Should have kept him to
So Collingwood really up against it now. Sydney just trying to fend off the Pies, and that goal so important for them. McInerney to Mills. A superb season Callum Mills has put together. Out to Hayward. Rises on the wing.
You can see they're just trying to play a little bit more tempo football now and just take the sting out of the game, the Swans. It's been played at such a frenetic pace this final term.
And just on Lance Franklin, Jude, I mean, what moments he's given the Sydney faithful. That was
but we haven't even kicked a goal.
It's hard to comprehend him not being here in a way as much as he started his career at Hawthorn.
I'm honestly not even going to watch
Such
it.
incredible
What's the
moments.
point?
The crowd just lifted when he kicked that last goal. We'll wait and see how it all plays out at the end of the year. They know that they're part of the contract discussions till the end of the season.
This footy here they're playing now, Sydney, is that what they should have been playing a few minutes ago when Collingwood were in that wave, not to allow any speed in the game. And just to slow it right down, run seconds off the clock is really important. And now they're on top of it and doing well. Buddy Franklin, what a star. You do wonder whether he's going to be here next year, given the fact that he's decided not to make a decision.
Oh my God, we need some percentage. Doesn't matter though, because it's always going to be crap anyway.
As we said, a lot riding on this. Parker around the corner. Franklin almost basketball style.
Then we got a couple of guys that managed to get our percentage up to them.
Right where Buddy Franklin appears now. Just the odd bit of advice. 44,659 here today is an absolutely mammoth crowd for this game. The ground.
We got Carlton.
Hoskin Elliott gives to Lipinski. They work it through. There's a boldness about Collingwood at the moment. Might not come to anything, but they are continuing to challenge. Moore's gone forward. He can't take the mark. Florence, Paddy McCartan, and again, this defence prevails. Logan McDonald back there as well. The consolation for BT and Shawnee for Collingwood is if they win next week, they're guaranteed top four. That's right. Brisbane and Melbourne play each other. Yep, that is exactly right.
Oh.
That is a little win out of it.
That's good. That's good.
In the Swans
It's got to be
position.
Carlton.
Warner. Mills with 26 touches today. Leads all comers. Robot with 24. Time to go. Here is Mills. Down the
This is
line.
going to be a pretty quick Collingwood review after this one.
Started the day taking
Will not take long at all I have to say. Sydney won defensively. We showed some spirit, but Sydney was ball wagged and game over. That's all I have to say, pretty much.
And they're away here, the Pies. Lloyd gets across. Loses possession. So this crowd at 44,659, the third biggest crowd for a football match, AFL football at the SCG, and the biggest for a home and away match in 25 years. Enormous. I reckon the decibel count's probably never been higher at times. Chris Pendlebury, Brown tried to fend away from his teammate. He knew something was coming. McCreary's coming. McCreary's unloading, launching long, but just pulling his kick away to the left. Yeah, I think it was last time they had more than 40,000 in this ground, Al, was when Plugger kicked the record. That was the last time they had in excess of 40. Same combatants, BT. Yeah, extraordinary crowd. Given that. As we know, they love a star up here. Wide Murphy, off hands, Haywood. 5.5 remaining. What an end to the season we are having. Sydney in this run have beaten the Dogs, Fremantle, Adelaide, the Giants, the Roos, and now Collingwood. And there's Jared Healy, the Brownlow medalist, of course. Great Swans player, played for Melbourne prior to that, but he was part of the move when they came north 40 years ago. Kick goes towards the half-forward flank for Sydney. Maynard there, paddled it cleverly towards Nick Dacos.
I'm going to end the stream as soon as the siren goes. I don't want to hear that song at all.
As much as he's going to be on the losing side. Heaney ripped it away. Warner's getting deadly. Warner goes for goal. It's not going to fade back. Gee whiz. They would have lifted the roof off the members' stand had that gone through.
That's a change of speed. You know, with 4 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, you can still change speed. Quality play, Chad Warner.
Florent. You've got to hand it to Sydney today. They suffocated the Pies when it mattered. Yes, Collingwood have been able to break through a little bit in this last quarter and perhaps the third, but all the hard work was done by Sydney early in the game to absolutely blanket, number one, their best players, and number two, their style, their method. So well drilled, so disciplined. Hamstring to this man. That's a hamstring of any consequence. It'll be a minimum of 3 weeks. And that is around about first final time, keeping in mind we have the break after round 23. Quick kick from Pendlebury, up the wing it goes. I reckon Jack Ginnivan's extremely stiff, and it's probably a little unwarranted that you're injured.
11 in a row runs from the country.
You mentioned it, BT. Sydney identified 2 things: protect the corridor and young Dacos. And they did both of those 2 from start to finish. They nullified their strengths.
Hickey and Cameron. Taken by Pendlebury. Look at the pressure from Parker all the way to the finish. Even though the result is known, Luke Parker, playing like a man possessed, comes out of the pack. Bianco back with the flight. Feeds it to Josh Dacos.
Let's just get 1 or 2 back. Get our percentage up a little bit.
He's got up ahead of steam. He crashed into his opponent, Lloyd. I thought it could have been a free kick. Hoskin Elliott, kick smothered by Tom McCartan. Those McCartans give you nothing. Myercheck to Nick Dacos to Hoskin Elliott. They load up again at Blakey. They are throwing themselves everywhere, Sydney, still. They don't want to concede even another point. Such is their determination and commitment.
Yeah, but
they have looked a little lethargic at times today, some of the Pies. When you measure up against the way Sydney run, I guess most teams do. Happy. Clark. Good job on Nick Dacos early. Happy trying to keep it in play here. Parker. Little party trick handball. Bianco got a late call up because of De Goey not making the team today.
Shallow throw in. Cameron down to Carmichael, just gets the ball under extreme pressure. Lloyd takes possession, high kick out of defence back towards Bianco. And stands under it and takes the mark. So
This is going to be a 6th loss of the season.
Defence. So kick goes inside the attacking 50. Not taken by Tom McCartney. They lock it in again. Oh, just having a good old watch here and calling for a ball up. So 51 points against the Dogs, which was their last loss. Collingwood was the lowest score for the Pies this year, and they're on 43 at the moment. So Sydney has been
Lowest score
miserly.
of the season here.
Hickey. Warner. Stevens. Lloyd run down by Dacos. Just got the kick away. Little one off the ground. Comes to Warner in the middle. Spoons out the ball to Dacos. This is Josh. Goes the spiral, blasting ball through for a behind. So just repeating, the Swans by winning today and next week against the Saints, they're an excellent chance of finishing second. It'll boil down to percentage, and the Brisbane-Melbourne game will matter a lot in that percentage placing. And for Collingwood, a loss today, but they can secure the double chance with a win over the Blues at the G next Sunday.
And for the Blues in that match, BT, they'll likely be fighting for a first finals appearance since 2013. Maynard thumps it as long as he can into the forward pocket. Myercheck's had a tough old day off hands and over. That is going to be an enormous match at the MCG in this time slot next Sunday. So that's what's ahead for Collingwood. Finals are ahead for Collingwood, but the 11-game winning streak is about to come to a close. As superb as it's been, they've met a fearsome opposition in Sydney today. The Swans themselves about to make it 6 wins in a row. John Longmire, his overall record at the Sydney Swans puts him up there with some of the great coaches. Lloyd, McInerney, away they come again. Hayward and Sidebottom. Hayward wants to take on the veteran Pie, and he does it very cleverly. His kick about 3 metres. Pendlebury gets it back. He'll beat one champion Collingwood player, not the second.
Oh, how do we make a meal of that one?
Again, Tom McCartney put Reid in a bind. His hand pass a turnover.
Oh, here we go. Nick Dacos and a goal.
It's consolation for Collingwood. But Dacos has worked.
We've actually got one in this last term.
A slow start for Nick Dacos.
Oh, yes, boss.
Got the 19 disposals now, 10 of those contested, 3 clearances, 379 metres gained, and he has kicked 1 goal, 1.
Josh Kennedy there with a bit of a smile. Johnny Longmire not willing to do that just yet. Craig McRae, a rare loss of recent time.
That's right, Craig. They're a good side, Sydney.
Tell you what, Sydney wouldn't want to concede anymore. Percentage is absolutely crucial for them at the moment.
Oh, yeah, rub it into Sydney. Go get another one.
Best not
Come on.
to concede more goals.
We'd love one more.
Next week of that second position.
Ah, that's just a bunch of bullshit. That rule's just pointless. Now we can't get an goal. 666, blah, 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 whatever. We don't even have a full side out there.
27 points.
So Just chewing down the clock now, the Swans.
Well, that's it.
Hitting their straps at the right time of the
First
season.
loss on a live stream. Took a little while, didn't it? I thought it'd take a little.
Going in a full-blooded way, the only way he
Well,
knows.
I wasn't really that
2-on-1
confident.
favouring the Swans.
Then we played Colton when I streamed that one, but yeah, what can you do? My plan was never to stream any big Collingwood games this year because who wants to see Collingwood lose? Yeah, I've streamed heaps with Collingwood big games. We've won them all,
This pure impact player for the Swans.
except this one.
44,659 in to witness it. Quaynor's kick smothered. Sydney relentless. Brown cuts it off at Maynard going by.
There it is, 5 seconds.
The Swans have
See you
just
guys.
quietly going about their business. The sleeper really in this pack in the premiership race. Everyone will be awake to the Swans now. Sydney.
Yeah, we're not hearing this song. See ya.